Okay, I think we are. Ooh, right. I think we're live everywhere. Yes. All right. Hi, doggy. Okay, let me turn my phone vibration off. There we go. Okay. Hello. All right. Happy Mindset Monday. Thank you for joining me here for another exciting installment of our live Q&A here on Mindset Monday. Today, I hope everyone's having a great day and weekend and Veterans Day. So, yeah, okay. All right. I need to start wearing contacts for this because I'm so blind. Anywho, today I wanted to talk about, before we get into the Q&A, just a little bit about redefining our purpose and making sure that we have a clear direction or set point of where we want to go. If we're finding ourselves treading water or getting hot and cold behavior from the universe, by the way, I have a video about that out this week. A lot of it might have to do with the fact that we don't know exactly where we're going. We think we've set our GPS, but really maybe we've set our GPS to like 6 different locations and we're just like trying to figure out which way to go from here. So getting really clear about what we want in our life, what we want to experience, where we want to be headed, that is going to make a big difference for us if we are having trouble achieving those goals or getting there. So I want you to start thinking about a 3-year plan, a 1-year plan, and a 6-month plan. And if it's easier to work your way backwards or start at a year, start at 6 months, do whatever's easiest for you, but really think about what you want to experience in life, where you want to be. You don't need to know exactly what it looks like, but even if it's just like, okay, in 3 years, I want to be running my own business, making money off of my passions. I want to be in a loving, committed relationship, and I want to be living in a nice townhouse or I don't know, whatever. And then, in a year, okay, so how are we going to get there? Well, in a year, I want to make sure that I have studied internet marketing or something for this year, getting ready, preparing myself to be that version of me. And then 6 months from now, I know that I should be pretty much entrenched in learning how to build my business, how to market it, how to make a splash once I'm ready, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this way we're able to, again, set like a clear point, communicate to the universe, communicate to ourselves what exactly we're going after, where we're headed. And then that helps us remain focused when things pop up in our 3D reality that don't align with that end goal or align with that place that we're headed. So, and when that stuff does happen, because we know where we're headed, we're practicing, honing our manifestational skills. We know that when those things pop up, we don't have to react to them. And we definitely don't want to, because we don't want them to, manifest again or to impress on us. So we just allow them to come. We learn from them. We take notes. We use it as a data point, and we keep trucking because we know where we're going. We have our eye on the prize. We know what the prize is, and we're just going to get there no matter what. Whew. So there's my little spiel. 333. Interesting. Okay. You love my stripey dot. Thank you. Okay. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Okay. What's the best way to manifest improving health and business success? Well, first things first, I want to say like one thing that's been creeping up a lot lately is people asking like, well, what was the technique you used? What was this? What's the technique you used for this? The techniques are not like, how do I say this? The techniques are not an end goal. The techniques are not finite. These techniques, visualizing, scripting, affirming, revising, whatever, these living in the end, this is lifelong practices that you need to be doing all the time. I script every night before I go to bed. I affirm all day long. Everybody affirms all day long. Our thoughts are affirmations. You have over 60,000 of them a day, and 95% of them are subconscious. So it's very important that you are training yourself to do this on all fronts. When you're visualizing, when you're imagining, when you're daydreaming, you're thinking about, again, the end goal, where we're going, where we're headed, and we're allowing that to be what we let our mind drift on. And if we start spiraling, we're replacing those spiraling thoughts with good thoughts and our productive thoughts so that we're spiraling on what we want. So basically, you want to make this 360. You want it to encompass your whole life. So if you're improving your health, or your business success, you need to be talking about it as you want it to be. You can't say you have health issues. You can't don't give it names. Don't give it energy. Don't even talk about it unless you're literally at the doctor and you have to utter the words, I have blah, 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 or what can we do about my this? Other than that, don't give it any attention. Don't give it any life. You want to starve it out. You need to stop feeding those plants, and you need to start feeding yourself new ways of thinking, new thought processes, new thinking patterns that describe your perfect health. I'm super healthy. I'm feeling amazing every single day. I feel better and better. My blah, blah, blah organs are functioning at 100% or whatever. Start describing yourself as a healthy machine, because that's what you are. And then the same thing with your business. For me, everything opened wide up for me when I realized I had been describing my business as slow going, getting there, working really, really hard, but it's taking a while. That's what I was describing my business like, until one day I said, why am I describing my business like this? My business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. And my brain shifted immediately about my business. And now my business is booming. That's it, period. That's all you're going to hear me say about it, because I will not breathe a letter of any story that has to do with my downfall, limitation, whatever. So anything you want to manifest, use your body's natural ability to daydream. That's visualization. Use it to go to the end goal, the 6 month, 1 year, 3 year end goal that we're headed to. Use your thinking that you do all day long naturally. Put in the thoughts that you want to be focusing on. Use that to think about productive thoughts. Script every night before you go to bed. Revise your day. Describe your life exactly the way you want it to. This includes your health. This includes your business. This includes your SP. This includes your self-esteem. This includes your power to manifest. This includes where you live. This includes your education. It includes your whole life. So don't segregate your power. Don't segregate your skills. Don't think that, okay, we're just going to visualize this for 5 minutes and then that's going to be enough. No, it needs to, your whole entire perception of everything, but especially the thing that you're trying to manifest needs to change, all of it. I hope that answers your question. That was a long, convoluted way of getting there. Okay. I feel like your SP is already mine. He or she definitely is, or that person definitely is, excuse me. Well, manifesting, he said, I don't feel the same for you. Out of nowhere, I really don't know what to do to do this. I did since 4 months. Spend less time worrying about what you did and more time refocusing on the reality that you want to create. So something popped in your reality that you didn't like. Someone said something that didn't align with your end goal. Oh, well, okay, fine. Let them say it. Okay, you're whatever person. In your mind, you're like, oh, that's funny because we're actually perfect for each other and you adore me and can't stop thinking about me. And that's where you need to say in your mind. You can play pretend. This outside world, it's just an illusion. You know how you can, when you visualize things or when you daydream, you literally like replace your physical world with like visions of where you are, and you completely lose yourself. These are the natural things your body does. This is what I mean by using what your body does naturally in your favor. So use your ability to completely zone out and replace your physical reality with a new one. If someone's telling you something that you don't want to hear, tune them out. Just be like, mm-hmm. But in your mind, you're thinking about how awesome your relationship is and you guys connect really well. And that's the only story that you need to tell, period. That's the only story you should be telling, period. Okay. Does Mercury being in retrograde affect manifesting? Only if you think it does. Well, where do you get that? Okay, guys, you only need to answer your question or ask your questions once because I'm reading them in order and I'll get to them when they come up. So don't ask a million times, please. Hi, Roxy. Thank you for another Mindset Monday. You're welcome, babe. Thank you. I thought I was doing it the right way, but suddenly in no contact zone, he texted me, said, I'm sorry, I tried, but I don't feel the same. Okay, stop telling the story. You're like creating it over and over and over and over. So let's not use this time or really any time to give energy or life to the things that you don't like in your world. So what? That happened. It doesn't matter. It's just like if something happened. Think about this. You know, in your life, when something happens in front of you that has nothing to do with you and you kind of register that it even existed, but you're just like, that's interesting. And you just move on. That's how you have to treat things that don't align with your end goal. Like, I don't know why I just have this vision of like a basketball bouncing in front of me. But like if a basketball just kind of bounced in front of me, I would just be like, oh, weird. but I wouldn't like, it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't think about it all day long. I wouldn't feel like, oh my God, now I'm not going to get what I want because this basketball bounced in front of me. That's how disconnected you need to be from the things that happen. And you just need to be like, okay, whatever. I know I'm creating my reality. So I'm just going to create one and continue to create, or excuse me, select. I'm selecting the reality that I want. I'm going to stop selecting a version of him that doesn't value me or thinks he doesn't want to be with me or doesn't understand our relationship. And I'm going to select a version of him that wants to be with me, that loves me, that can't stop thinking about me. And me, in the meantime, I'm also going to be selecting a version of me that is not selecting the version of him that is ignoring me, if that makes sense. Because it's about you. You need to change you. It's not him that's doing it. It's you that's doing it to yourself. Okay. Maggie says ignore it. Yes, thank you. You said in two words what it took me 10 minutes to say. Okay. How do we revise a series of unfortunate events that happened in the past that are all linked to one issue? My father cheated on my mother. Well, erase that thing. Erase it so that you need to, sorry, I'm looking at another question. Take the moments where you remember it being like a defining moment or you remember it happening. Take that moment and play it out like it never happened and do that over and over and over. Go back through. And if there's multiple defining moments, if there are multiple times he cheated or multiple times it blew up or whatever, or multiple times you were like crying in your bed, just go through and replay them the way that you would like them to have gone. Maybe he never cheated. Maybe your mom reacted differently. No judgment on either one of them, but think about the way that would work best for you. What do you need to get there? What would make you most at peace with this situation? And then just go back through and just kind of like, you're like zapping at little memories and changing them and flipping them around and changing them and just keep doing this. And what you're going to do in this process is, I can't tell you if it changes the past because I don't know. And I don't think that anybody really knows. But what it does do is it changes the way that you allow other people to treat you. It changes the way that you expect other people to behave. It changes the way you feel about yourself. It changes the way you feel about your family. It changes the way you feel about your past. It changes the way you feel about your future. It changes the way you feel about relationships in general. So just go in there and just revise them all, rewrite them, just change the way that they played out and visualize them. Hey, sorry, my big dog's eating my little dog's food. Leo, please don't eat that food. Okay, sorry guys. This is real life. So yeah, go ahead and change it to go play out exactly the way you need it to. I would say get clear on what you want first before you start going in there and like messing with it. But figure out, do I need to act like he never strayed? He's always been super faithful. My family is super tight and a hardcore unit. We're very dedicated and loyal to each other. Or is it that he cheated, he had a transgression, it didn't really affect us because of whatever reason? I don't know. I don't know your situation. I'm just saying, think about what the perfect outcome would be for you and go back through and change those scenes, visualize them going a different way, play them over and over and over and over and over till you become saturated with the feelings, and then just kind of let it be. And as you chip away at these things, you will, your perception of everything will start to change. Okay, what do we got here? I don't know why, but I'm a Barbie Girl by Aqua popped in my head as you were talking about, because I'm a Barbie girl. Okay. I had the third party in my face yesterday. I'm still saying that she doesn't exist. He only has eyes for me. Any other ideas to regroup? I would try to be as detached as possible. Just like, that's a funny little blob of energy that thinks it's with my man. This is a funny little story I'm enjoying. What a funny little comedy I've created for myself. And just kind of like let her be thankful that she's here to show you that you have these insecurities that are manifesting in your relationship, and then address them. Address the insecurities. The insecurities are more important than you trying to get rid of the third party, because it's the insecurities or the doubts or the fears or whatever that are manifesting her in general. So starve attention from her, stop watering that plant, work on what it is that manifested the separation, that manifested a third party being with your person, and then allow them. Oh, sorry. Okay, thanks, Leo. Allow them to graduate onto something better, send them off, thank them, erase them out of you can like use Photoshop to erase them out of the picture. Like we were just talking about the revision here. Imagine your day that you just had with this person in your face, and just like visualize the scene, and then just like use like, imagine a Photoshop tool just erasing them out of the picture, and then erase them out of the picture. Just do it over and over and over and over. That's how, I just got brought back to that first question about healing our body. Another thing that I do, I have healed myself multiple times. I'm sorry to jump back. I think I forgot to finish answering this question. Healing using like a Photoshop tool. Again, like when I had that shingles that popped up, I used Photoshop in my mind to just like erase it, smooth it over, smooth it over, smooth it over. And it healed in like 2 weeks. Also, I have like I had a chronic neck issue for years and years and years. I made videos about it. And ever since I've done this 360 thing and everything has changed and the business is booming, all that stuff, you guys have probably heard the story a million times. My neck doesn't hurt anymore. I didn't even manifest. Didn't even try to fix it. It just stopped. I've had this problem for probably a decade. Okay, you guys, like this has been a huge part of my life. I've like days when I've had to go home from work where I can't move for an entire day because my neck and it just doesn't, it's not doing it anymore. And it's only been since this 360 approach. I'm going to harp on it forever, guys, until I find something even better. So get used to it and start doing it. Implement it in your life. Whew, okay, I hope I answered everybody's questions. I'm like all over the place here. Okay, where were we? Fuck, okay, sorry guys, I lost the thing. The YouTube like scrolls to the bottom. How do we manifest more money, more abundance in our life? Oh my God, funny you should ask. Tomorrow's video is about manifesting money. I'll give you a sneak peek. You need to, again, it's going to be back to the 360 approach, but you have to change the way you think about money completely. You have to change your relationship with it. You need to change the way you think about it. Money is energy, just like anything else on this planet. Therefore, it's like a person. So treat it like a person. Most of us treat money like a bitch. And I mean that in the way of like, where are you? Why aren't you here? When are you coming back? I need you. I need to pay my bills. Why aren't you here? Where is money? Oh my God. Money is like so hard to get. It's just, like, imagine if you were treating a person the way that you treat money, and then you can understand why it's evading you. So tomorrow's video out. Tomorrow is about manifesting money. So please make sure you tune in tomorrow. And if you'd like one-on-one coaching to help laser target your specific issues, that's available as well. Just click the link in the description on YouTube and on my Facebook group. You know exactly how to get in touch with me. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, shit. Okay. What have we got? The long one. Why isn't it letting me see it? When you are in a friends with benefits situation, changing into a relationship, every time you see each other at the gym or in person, it's amazing. We get along so well, but sometimes he doesn't get back to me when he said he will, or it takes a few days to how to revise that. Funny you should ask. I have a video about hot and cold behavior out in like 2 days. So it's all working out. So yeah, that'll be more in depth with that as well coming up. First of all, you need to start telling the story like that. Like, he always contacts you. He's always reaching out to you. You guys talk like every day. It's so crazy. You connect so well. You have such good communication. He's so open with you. He trusts you. You guys just like, every time you're around each other, you just spill the beans. It's the best time. Hours fly by and you don't even notice it. Change the way you're telling your story and stay there. Do not breathe a letter of the old story anymore. Don't think it. Don't act on it. Don't feel about it. You need to stay in the mindset of the new reality you're making. Okay, let me tell you guys something about, it's kind of like a quantum physics thing. Our reality is like a mirror, okay? We live on one side of the mirror where 3D manifestations happen. Once they get to our side of the mirror, it's like it's done. This is all the probability or potentiality for what it could be. It has collapsed, that's what they call it, or has settled in our 3D reality, and now it's a thing. Now this is a cup. Before it came here, it could have been anything, could have been any color, could have been anything, but now it's a cup, and it's going to be a cup because it's been collapsed into this reality, into the 3D world. On the other side of this mirror that we live on, and it is a mirror, it's a direct reflection, you have infinite potentiality. You have all probabilities. You have all things and no things, everything at once, past, present, future, anything that could ever exist, every reality you could ever conceive of, all exists in this expanse on the other side of the mirror. And the way you get whatever you want is by basically becoming a tractor beam, or sending out a tractor beam, a signal on this side, on the 3D side, out to the energetic field. and you latch on to exactly what you want by matching it in your mind. You have to, it's a match. So it goes out and it grabs it and it brings it to you, or however it populates in our world. And then it's, again, while it's in the stage of thought, when you're sending it out, when it's in this energetic field before it pops into reality, before it becomes a solid thing in our reality, it could be anything. Again, it's all things, it's no things, it's infinite potentiality, it's every single reality you can conceive of and more. So when it's in that energetic field, you have to make sure that you're being very clear about what signal you're offering, and you're only offering the one for the reality you want. Because when it's in potentiality, you have probabilities. There's out of all the infinite, how do I say this, realities that could pop, or all the outcomes that could happen, you have a probability. So let's say, oh shit, Facebook. Okay, we'll get back to Facebook. I'm answering a Facebook question. I'm talking about this in my video, so I feel like I'm reiterating something I'm about to talk about coming up this week. But either way, shit, sorry guys. The Facebook crashed and I totally lost train of thought. I think 14 steps ahead and then I like lose track of where I'm at. Hold on, let me regroup. Oh yeah, so you have to stay locked on tractor beam, laser beam, signal, whatever, long enough for that to show up. So when we're in the physical world, we have instant gratification because I can pick this up, I can move this. I'm manipulating this in the physical world right now, and I can do it immediately. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing something. When we are trying to manipulate things in the energetic field, it takes a moment for it to populate into our reality. So, and it can happen immediately, of course, but for the most of us, most of the times there's a little bit of a time lag as we're like connecting to that reality. But it's like if you were to go up to a mirror and you stood there for a moment and then you waved, and then you watched your reflection and your reflection remained the same for a minute. And then after a while, then it waved back. If you can wait for that mirror to wave back, then you're in a good zone. That's when your manifestation's coming. But because it's in that energetic field, it's like it has to be materialized in your 3D world. You have to make sure you stay locked on that probability. I now just realized what I was saying when I stopped talking. When it's in that infinite potentiality, it could be all outcomes. And in a lot of outcomes, there's a high probability that this might happen and this might happen and this one probably happens too. So those have a higher probability of happening. So if you start entertaining other probabilities, like maybe my person goes with the third party in one reality, and in another reality he comes back with me, and then another one, another potentiality, he stays single. And it's very likely that one of these three things will happen. If you focus too much on the third party reality or option, you're going to add probability that that's going to come into your reality. I hope that made sense. Sorry, I'm trying to like focus and do this stupid technology at the same time. Okay. What's next? Yeah, Ignore already said if it doesn't resonate with you. I manifested a phone call with my SP for tonight after not seeing each other for 4 months. I'm freaking out. Any advice on how to approach the conversation? Don't want to mess this up. Well, I think you should, first things first, maybe do like a little bit of a meditation or a clearing session to kind of clear your energy out, so you can just like let it all go, be clear, be present, step into the mindset and the knowing that, you got it. You're creating the entire reality. You can have whatever you want. So let's select the reality that you actually want to experience. Getting clear, getting calm, so you don't have like jittery nerves and stuff. And then visualize it going the way you want. Visualize, even if you just visualize yourself like hanging up the phone and being like, oh my God, that was the best conversation we've ever had. Just that alone is going to create that outcome. So you don't have to fill in the blank. You're already having the conversation with him. So just go to the end and visualize yourself being like, oh my God, I love this conversation. I love it so much. It made me feel so good, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Yeah. So, and then just be chill. Know that you got it. You're creating the entire thing, and don't freak out. Just let it happen. How come I always get the opposite of what I am affirming? Did you ask me that in the group, or is this just crazy? Because that video is coming out on Thursday. You guys have literally asked, like called out all the videos I have coming this week. Or maybe I'm just that good. It is audience question week, so that makes sense. Okay. Oh yeah, so I don't want to give all my things away for my videos this week. You guys are asking those questions. Let's just say that you're probably holding on too tight, or you've got underlying beliefs that are getting in your way. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for this week, and you can watch. I talk at length about it. Seems like I've tried everything. Living in the end, daily list, sats isn't working for me. I keep missing the physical manifestation. Law of attraction seems like a hit and miss. Why? Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so tomorrow's video will be about hot and cold behavior. First things first, law of attraction, I think that it's kind of like a blanket statement for people understanding the manifesting side of life, but you're manifesting all day, every single moment. You're literally, you are manifesting being alive. It's your consciousness that is keeping your body working and your blood pumping, and your lungs breathing, and the walls in your home and stuff like that. So you need to be taking a little more of a analytical and non-judgmental, but analytical in like a scientific, experimental way approach to looking at your life. I keep saying you need to be a little more Geppetto, a little less Pinocchio, because a lot of us are, when you're experiencing life, you're in the 3D world, you're letting things come at you, and you're just kind of like down on the ground, you're in the trenches and things are just happening, and you're like, oh my God, all these things, and you're reacting and you're feeling and you're manifesting more. When you need to be taking a little more of a step back, you need to be dangling the strings and being like, oh, I don't like that one. Let's snip that one off. I do like this one, but I don't like the way it's performing. Let me just like retie it a little bit more. You take a more analytical approach. You understand that things happen because you're a mirror, and the 3D world is a complete and direct reflection of how you feel inside. And so that is comforting. That's knowledge. That's good. So now we have a place to start from. This thing manifested in my life. What do I feel about this? What feelings does this drum up in me? What does my history say about this? What did I experience in my childhood? What have I experienced in my relationships or whatever? You can use all of the things that happen to you as like data, you know, because it's the whole life is an experiment. It's school. You're learning, you're growing, you're tweaking and fine tuning. That's all it's about. So I would say take a little bit of a step back from like being so technique-y, like I'm doing all these things. You need to be in the mindset of, this is an energetic field. I'm an energetic being, and I have creative control over what happens. I'm able to choose the reality, or even the version of me or the version of people that I want, simply by locking my mind on it and being like a tractor beam, putting out a signal and allowing it to come to me. As long as I stay in the mindset of whatever it is I'm manifesting, I don't have to be positive. I don't have to be overly whatever. I just have to know that I am this version. I'm the version of me that accepts this reality. I'm selecting this, and that's it. And you just keep selecting it until it shows up. You just can't let the things that happen affect you, because things happen. This is life. Like it's going to happen. So you need to start getting okay with it if you want to get a handle on what you're creating for yourself. So be more analytical, be more scientific, less reactionary. Put things into practice like in an experimental way. You've thought this way about your entire life for this long, and we know where that's gotten you. So let's start suspending the logic. Let's suspend the disbelief. Let's say, I'm going to give myself 30 days of thinking expectant, thinking productive. I'm only going to think about thoughts that reach or that describe my end goal, my 3-year, my 1 year, my 6 month, my 20-year, whatever goal. And then as things happen in my reality, instead of reacting to them, I'm going to use them as data. I'm going to use it as like my gas light coming on. I'm not going to get offended that my gas light came on. I'm just going to get gas and I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to use the things that pop in my reality as a way to corral myself and to show myself what I'm actually manifesting, and use that to tweak my results and keep focus on what I'm doing, because it's happening no matter what. So yeah, get a hold on it. Hi, Dale. How was Disney? It was great. Thank you. I had a wonderful birthday. Thanks to everybody who wished me happy birthday and who booked packages. That was really awesome. I appreciate that. I'm excited to chat with you. You can get one-on-one coaching with me at the link below. Here, I'm trying to go live back on Facebook again. Okay. Hey, gorgeous. Okay, today my purpose is to develop unstoppable self-love and become a successful and loved badass. How can I believe in my new version and be confident despite the 3D world? I think I just answered that. Not that I don't want to answer that, but I really would just be saying the exact same thing I just spent 5 minutes saying. So I don't want anybody to get bored or tune out. So yeah, take a step back. Start reading. You guys should start looking into quantum physics, because once you understand the nature of like 3D matter and energy, it's a direct correlation to manifesting. Like the double slit experiment, they like threw electrons, which are physical matter. They call it particles. They threw particles at a wall through 2 slits. In theory, they should have shown up on the other side of those slits on the wall in 2 lines. But what happened was, once they threw them and they went through the slits, they stopped being particle, which is 3D matter, and they became wave, which is energy. So they went from physical matter, like a thought or an idea, a manifestation. They went into the energetic field, which is the infinite potentiality I was talking about, where all probabilities exist. And then when they showed back up on the other side, when they became a when they became a particle again, when it popped in the 3D world, just like I was talking about how it goes from the energetic field into our reality. And then once it's here, that's what it is. What they found was when it came back to being a particle, that it was probability and observation that determined kind of where it lined up, and it behaved as a wave and a particle at the same time. So when you start understanding the way that even just particles react and operate, it makes so much sense. Because when I'm thinking a thought or when I'm feeling a manifestation, that's a vibration, that's a frequency, that's a thing, it's measurable. So I'm feeling something here, I'm sending it out, and then it's in energy, then it's in potentiality, then it's in probability. It can be all things at that point until it pops in my reality. And the way it pops in my reality is I focus on the outcome that I want, and I select only that outcome, and then that one will be the one that comes to me. So if you're having trouble understanding or stepping out, look into quantum physics and be like, wow, okay, this is the realm I live in. There's no judgment. There's no good or bad. There's no like right or wrong. It just is. So I need to know that I can select a reality. And if something happens that doesn't align with it, that doesn't matter. Because I can still select a reality, and I can still select a reality, and I can still select a reality. And in every single moment, I'm still selecting the reality, and I'm only selecting the reality where what I want is in my existence. So don't select a reality where your person has a third party. Don't select a reality where they don't want to talk to you. Only select a reality where they treat you the way that you want. And even if it shows up differently in your 3D world, that just means you're not there yet. So don't, like, you have a flat tire, you don't slash the rest of the 4, you fill it up and you keep on going again. So you don't give up just because you don't have, come on, guys. Keep going. Stay focused. Okay, just want to say thanks, Roxy. Thank you. My skin is bitching now. Yes. Okay, it works. I'm telling you. Erasing in Photoshop, it really does. And then just telling yourself you look amazing all the time. I said affirmations, and even though at some point it got worse, I kept affirming, and now I can't stop staring at it. It's glowing. See, I told you. We talked about this in coaching. So, okay. You love my pink rims. Thank you, Melissa. Maggie tells, it's old, please. Okay. Where are we? Oh, son of a gun. Lost my place again. Oh, goodness. Can you make a video of rewriting a person or their behavior? I'm trying to think if I have anything. Check out my manifesting an ex video. But basically what's really important, this is what I want you to do. First things first, you need to get clear on what exactly it is that you need out of a relationship. What do you need to be fulfilled? What kind of communication do you expect? How does this person treat you? How do they, what's their love language? Things like this, like how do you guys interact together? What does your relationship look like? What does it feel like? That needs to be completely separate from your SP or whoever. and this is romantic or not, you need to declare what you need to feel fulfilled out of this relationship with this person, because the person that sits in this seat is a seat filler, but you need to make sure that you define what type of seat they're filling so that you know exactly what you, and you get what you want. So figure out what it is that you want out of the relationship with this person separate. You need to be clear on what you need to feel fulfilled without there being a connection with this person. You don't want to intertwine them or entangle them. Then over here on this side, you need to rewrite the story of the person completely. I don't even know anything, so I'm just going to make some things up. They communicate really well. They love you. They're always thinking about you. They put you first. They understand your needs. They always want to make you smile, whatever. That, again, needs to be completely separate from the energy that you are creating next to you in the relationship that you want. Because if you attach your SP or any person that you have negative feelings about to the energy that you want to create, like the perfect relationship, now you're entangling or intertwining your negative feelings about your person with the amazing relationship or connection that you're trying to create. So make sure that they're separate as you work on them and you build them in your mind and you kind of clean up the vibration for both of them. And then once you feel really good about your SP and you don't have those negative thoughts anymore, you don't automatically go to the negative, or at least if you do go there, you're really good about, what am I saying? This person's amazing. They love me. They're always thinking about me. They're super honest. We love communicating. Again, whatever it says, whatever it looks like to you. Once you're in a point where you feel that about them, you automatically feel good about them and not automatically choosing negative thoughts about them. Or when you're choosing the version of them that you want and not the version of them that you don't want, then you can kind of like commingle them back together and start like adding them in. But they don't have to be connected in order for you to manifest it or to make it work. It's just that you don't want to add negative feelings into the ideal relationship that you're building, because that doesn't have to do with your SP. Your SP, again, is a seat filler. That's another relationship that you're working on, of course, because you want to fix what's wrong with them by fixing what's going on with you. But at the same time, we don't want to mix that up with this other great energy that we're creating. So keep them separate and work on them separately until you're at a good enough point to combine them. I live alone, manifested my roomie to move out, but now my landlord has told me that one of his sons will come over and sleep there on random days. Ugh. How can I prevent this using law of attraction? Start changing the story. You need to be like very diligent about it, because even if your landlord says, okay, he's coming over tomorrow, you need to be like, huh, that's funny. He's going to find somewhere else to sleep. So that's cool. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know what it has to do with me, but he's not staying here. You know, just changing the story in your mind. Everything is fine. This is my place. This is my dominion, and I'm in complete control of it. I'm in complete control of my dominion, and I say who comes and goes in here. I create the rules. I am the boss of this reality, and only I allow people to stay here, or only I dictate who comes in. And then use all these different techniques. And then I would also revise the conversation with your landlord of him just saying something like, oh, hey, my son's going to be around. He might pop in to do maintenance, or something like that, that kind of like changes the story. Or you can just erase the conversation completely and imagine your landlord sent you a text and said, hey, the water's going to be shut off on Wednesday from 10 to 2 or something like that. Revise it. Change the story in your mind. Don't give any energy or thought or fear into that guy coming into your apartment. Just know, like, what a funny story what a hilarious story I just made. Not going to happen in my reality. I choose the reality where this is my apartment and only I decide who comes into it. But you're cute, little landlord. And again, you got to keep choosing the reality where it works out. And again, stay there. Maggie, I hope you're having a good day too. Thank you. Have you tried a phone call method that worked for you? Yeah. I just think just visualizing just someone saying something in general has definitely worked for me. Just like literally seeing their mouth move and say the words has worked. Yeah, because like when I was doing my day job and I was working at my desk and I was writing all these sticky notes, like trying to build my life, like 90% of these have come true. And I used to use phone calls of like my mom saying, I'm so like me telling my boss, like, I'm sorry. I love you, but it's time for me to do my own business now. Like all those things happen. So Yes, absolutely. And I just recently had a situation where I was like I was really trying to determine the outcome of something and really trying to choose it. And I was having trouble. I was like fearing and going back and forth, but I was visualizing the person saying exactly what I wanted. I was just watching their lips, just like, blah, 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 like saying it in my mind. And then I said to myself, and this like changed everything. This is a big thing. I said to myself, I am the version of me that accepts this, because I couldn't accept it. I was going back and forth. I was fearful. I was worried. And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to try to make this me accept it. I'm just going to be the version of me that already accepts it. And I didn't have any resistance to that. I had a lot of resistance to like, I'm making this happen. It has to be this number. It has to be this. It has to be this thing or whatever. But then I was just like, no. I'm just going to be the version of me that already accepts it. And then I did. And I just did. I just was all of a sudden fine with it. And then the person said the words exactly the way I visualized it. And I was like, yes, I did it again. So yes. Answer your question. Yes. Okay. People call me foolish for wanting so long. How to not let his words affect me and just let him and get him, just him. I mean, I feel like I've been kind of going into this at length here. If someone tells you something that doesn't align with what you want, it needs to be like in one ear and out the other. You have to be like, act like you're watching TV and someone's reading a script that's not real. And you're just like, okay. But in here, in your mind, you know that you're together. So there's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry about. So, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Clean Kitchen Club by Jen. Thank you. Appreciate you coming here and liking the videos. Today, I'm wondering what advice you have for feeling bored. I didn't really do much this weekend. Normally, I daydream some great things, but nothing came. I would say start exploring some more passions. Start broadening your scope with your manifestational skills. Start looking at all of the areas that you can improve or add to or expand upon or change, or things that you might want to do in your life. Start thinking, make yourself a 3-year. I love how everything is always so cyclical on these things. Give yourself a 3-year, a 1-year, and a 6-month plan. At least a goal, just an idea of where you want to go. It doesn't have to be completely fleshed out. It could just be like, I'm happy and healthy in my own body. I love myself and I have great friends or whatever. It can be something that simple, but as long as you know that I'm headed towards the version of me that is in love with themselves, that's in love with other people, that welcomes people into my life, that is social, that is open, whatever, then you know kind of where to head towards, and you can start opening, going down that road and peeling back the onion in that direction. Yeah, I would say start looking into new passions and finding more stuff to do and focus on. Sorry, I want to be on Facebook as well. Okay, what's next? Okay, I'm so upset today. My SP is holidaying in Dubai. I've been intending and manifesting. I'm intending and, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Okay. I'm so upset today. My SP is holidaying in Dubai. I've been intending and he's abroad having fun. I don't get it. I wasn't anxious, but I am now. I've been thinking of us married and he's gone abroad. I mean, okay. Think about it like this. Like, would you want someone treating you like that? Like, be happy for him. If you're the type of person that is jealous of somebody or angry at somebody for living their life and having fun, you're going to be manifesting a lot of shitty things for yourself. And I don't mean that to sound rude or anything, but like, in order for good things to happen and like amazing things to spill over, you need to be happy for other people when they're doing stuff that you want, or even when they're not with you, because now you're putting all this like unnecessary negative energy into the mix when you could be looking at this as a period to work on your jealousy issues or whatever it is going on with you that is manifesting separation between you and your SP. Because I can tell you right now, you are not the version of you that's going to be in a healthy relationship with them, because they can't even go on a nice trip without you like being offended by it. So you're going to have to work on your own self, being okay with you, being okay with the status quo, allowing yourself and other people to be themselves and to grow. I read a great quote, and it said, dang it. And now I'm going to butcher it. It was something about the key to all of this manifesting is allowing yourself to be you, authentic you, and allowing everybody else to be whatever, to be anything, to be something new. What that means is you allow yourself to change and become the version of you that you are, that you need to be, the best version of you, while not letting people stay in the same patterns and defining them by the things that they've done and defining them by their past or the things that they've said. Understanding that you can choose and select them to be whatever version of them that you want. So right now, what you need to do is select a version of you that is secure, trusting, in love with themselves, happy with the status quo, fine with people doing their life and stuff like that, and also be manifesting a version of him that puts you first and maybe invites you on holiday. Okay, I'm not using the 360 thing. Can you elaborate, please? Yes. So a lot of times what people tend to do with their manifesting is they like segregate it down. They think, okay, visualizing. Now I'm visualizing. Now I'm affirming. Now I'm scripting. Okay, now I'm going into meditation and I'm going to revise or whatever. Your whole life is manifesting at all moments. You are manifesting every ounce of your being. So for you to just narrow down your focus into, okay, I'm only going to like try in the between the hours of like midnight to 7 while I'm sleeping because I'm scripting before I go to bed and I'm meditating, sleeping in good vibes. And then let's see, the 10 minutes before bed because I'm scripting. And then in the morning, I'm meditating for 15 minutes. So what about the rest of your day? The rest of your day needs to be implanting affirmations or productive thoughts. You need to be constantly flipping your negative thoughts and paying attention to how you're feeling and being diligent about that. You need to be framing your life or narrating your life exactly in the way that you want it to go and not entertaining anything else that does not align. You need to be expanding your knowledge. You make it a lifestyle. It is everything. I don't ever describe myself in a limiting way. And if I notice that I immediately change it because I'm diligent and I've practiced paying attention to all my thoughts and feelings at all times. So now I know how to catch them, and they don't get too far. And if they do get out of their pens, the feelings get out of their cells, I'll feel my feelings if I have to, if they need to be felt, like anxiety or fear or stuff like that kind of like has to be felt. But you don't let your thoughts join the party. No. I'm way stronger than that. So my emotions need to be felt. Fine, I gotta feel them, because if I bottle them up, if I try to stamp them down, they're just gonna explode out of me. So we let the feelings go. But in here, thoughts do not join that party. No, in here, everything's fine. It's all working out. Everything is okay. It's fine. Even if it's just that, I do that too. So your whole way of thinking needs to change. You need to understand that you are the puppet master and not the puppet. That's the 360 approach. You need to be, again, less Pinocchio, more Geppetto. You're up here, you're doing the dangling. You're not down here doing the experiencing. This is like your eyes and ears. This is your vessel, your boat down on the land. But your mind, where it's important, where the things are made to happen, this is in control, and this is only pulling the strings that we want to pull. And again, if something happens we don't like, we don't take offense, because we're not down there. We're up here. We're just watching it happen. We clip that string. We tweak this one. We just make it the way we want it, and then we keep dangling. That's 360. What do you think of thought transmission? Is that the same thing as resonance, like making believe you are the SP? Sorry, my eyes are terrible. Like making believe you are the SP instead of intending to see your SP, for example. I think that it's you. It's all you. At the end of the day, if it makes it easier for you to get over the hump to like you're going in their code and you're rewriting their code by changing their thoughts like in your own mind, it's all the same, honestly, because it's your thoughts that need to change. So yes, I guess, I mean, it's whatever. It's any way that works for you, any way that gets you over that hump and gets you into the point where you're like, okay, I'm creating it all. I'm doing all of it. I'm going to feed you with these thoughts. I'm going to make sure that I'm selecting only the version of you that I want. And that's it. And I'm also going to select the version of me that I want at the same time. We're 360. We do all things at once. We manifest this, and this. And that way we don't notice when this thing is not happening because our attention is too busy focused on all these other things that we're working on. 360, everything all at once. Okay. Today I meditated after a few days. It felt amazing. I tried flipping every one of my negative thoughts. Can you please highlight on how meditation helps the manifestation? What meditation does is, I think meditation gets you back down. I think it helps you, like stop the highs and like, maybe not the highs, but it helps you kind of combat the lows. It helps get you to a point where you're just like okay with things. And it's being okay with the way things are now that allows everything to come through. And that's what people don't understand. They think that they need to be like this like new thing or everything has to change or I have to feel like elated. No, like you need to feel good right now. That's the problem is you don't feel good. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust them. You don't like yourself. You doubt yourself. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think they're good enough. You don't think relationships work. Whatever, all the multitude of reasons people have for not being able to manifest what they want. At the end of the day, them just being okay with how things are now, that's the answer. Because the version of you that has what you want is okay. That's the point. That version of you isn't freaking out about your person. That version of you isn't mad that your person's in Dubai without you because you're with them or because you know that they're off and you're doing fine. It's about being okay with what you have now. And that's when everything, again, you talk about it the way you want it and you're cool with it now because I know everything's coming. I am a lab technician. I am not someone on the ground experiencing all these things and reacting. No. I am paying attention to my life and I'm tweaking and I'm paying like what's manifesting, what's not, what's working, what's not. Let's do more of this, less of this. And if things happen, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that I had some weirdness going on. I'm going to adjust that. That's it. Okay. Oh yeah. So meditation, what meditation does, I think, is just kind of gets you okay. It clears your mind. It allows you to kind of like focus on what you want. You're able to go internally and ask yourself questions. You're able to get information. You're able to get downloads. There's a lot of benefits that it does, but it doesn't necessarily like, I mean, I guess, yeah, of course it helps your manifestation because everything is a manifestation. So if it's helping your psyche and the way you think about yourself and your mental health and the way you feel, then of course it's going to help all your manifestations because you're trusting yourself more. You're understanding your role. You're knowing that no matter what happens, I'll just recreate it the way I want. So like there's nothing to freak out about. Love your energy. Love your energy, Jana. Thank you. Can you make a video on rewriting an SP behavior or change a person like intending? Yeah, I can add that to the queue. But it's just the story you're changing. Think about it like this, okay? Everything in the world is two subjects. It's either the absence of or the presence of. It's not good or bad. It's not no thanks or yes. It's just what it is. It's our own perception of it that adds that judgment that makes us feel a certain way about it. So think about it like this. When you call up a subject, let's say it's your SP, you are hanging, it's like you're hanging the picture on your wall, okay? When you call up a subject, when you feel about it, when you think about it, you're hanging a picture on your wall. Now, the picture is the picture regardless. Your SP is just your SP. It's just a blob of energy. It's not good or bad. It's just that it just is. It's the frame that you put it in that determines whether or not it's good, bad, indifferent, loving, not loving, distant, close, whatever. So make sure if you're putting something on your wall, if you're calling it up, if you're feeling about it, if you're experiencing it, make sure you're putting it in a beautiful frame and not some old, ugly, splintery, nails falling out, rusted ass, broken down frame. Okay. So what were we saying? Oh yeah. So when you're talking about revising or changing the behavior, all you have to do is make the shift up here and just decide, okay, I've been selecting a version of them that is distant, rude, uncaring, a player, untrustworthy, dishonest, whatever. I'm not going to do that anymore. I understand that that's what happens. So let me transcend this version of me. I'm now selecting a version of me that's selecting a version of them that is healthy. I select a version of them that is honest, open, caring, always there, always calls, always shows up. And I select a version of me that accepts that love, that doesn't doubt, that doesn't fear, that doesn't worry, whatever. And now we're both becoming that version and life is becoming so great. Stick to that story. And, it doesn't take like, you don't have to do some big elaborate thing. You just say, no, what am I saying? What am I saying? Of course he loves me. Of course he loves being around me. I'm amazing. I'm a great partner. We got this. Yeah. Hello, Facebook Live. Sorry guys, I had to cut out for a while because my phone kicked me off. Okay. Does changing my dominant vibration change my dominant belief? I would say it can, in the way that if you, let's say that you go from being like negative and like worried all the time to being like hands off and being like, what am I worried about? I'm creating all of this. Let me stop adding this like troublesome energy that's not helping anybody. Let me just allow it and just be chill. When you switch to that vibration and you make that your dominant vibration, now, when old beliefs come up, if you're paying attention to how you feel and you're paying attention to the thoughts that you're having, now you're going to be like, wait a minute, have I been telling myself that blah, 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 blah my entire life? Okay, let me change that. And you reframe that belief and it can change in an instant. So yeah. Everything, it's kind of like everything just works off of each other and it just like all goes back and forth and flows in and out of each other. It's energy. Been so down lately, not seeing results. Well, I think you're focusing too narrow on your SP, and I want you to take a step back. I need you to start manifesting more stuff in your life that does not have to do with them. Take the focus off them. Stop being hurt by what's happening. By the way, I'm familiar with this person. I'm not just just so everyone knows, I know what they're talking about. Again, step back, be more 360, be more Geppetto and less Pinocchio. Right now you're being Pinocchio and you're just being beaten down by whatever's going on. You need to take a step back. You need to understand that you're creating all of it. So figure out what emotions or doubts or insecurities within you, beliefs or whatever, are creating this situation for you over and over, and then work on changing those beliefs. You need to be looking at your life like a lab experiment and not like a war zone that you are in the middle of. Okay. Hi, alien baby. Thanks for being here. Okay. Once you manifest your SP and have a date set, do you just practice mental diet while you're in a relationship? Our first date is this Saturday, not making the date super important, but I'm excited. Okay, great question. So now think about it like this. You still want to be creating like I was talking about, the energy that's next to you, like this super important co-star role is very important. The energy that this is bringing to you, the companionship, the honesty, the openness, the whatever you feel, whatever you need to feel fulfilled from your partner, that is its own entity. So we want to make sure that we are still feeding this with the right thoughts. We're still choosing it over and over and over and over and over, no matter what stage of our relationship we're in. So it can evolve after. So, maybe you start out by saying, I just want a relationship where we're open, honest, monogamous. We love each other. We love being around each other. We communicate every day and we kiss and cuddle. We're very touchy-feely, whatever. Once you get to the point where you're at that, now you can evolve it. Okay, now that I have this, we know that that's our reality. We're going to keep choosing it by being the version of us that, chooses the healthy relationship. And then we just expand upon it. Okay, now we're kind of dating, how often do we see each other? Do we tell our family and friends? How out are we? Like, you can start defining the relationship as you go, but just make sure that you're keeping your mind focused on the ideal version that you want to create. The person's just a seat filler. You're allowing them to be in your life. They should be very thankful for you, giving them energy in life. But the focus needs to be on you, what you need to feel fulfilled so that you can give them your best and you can get the best from them. And you just keep creating that. You keep selecting that, not creating. You keep selecting that reality where your relationship just gets better and better and better. Typo, how, not ho. It's okay. I enjoyed that typo. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and then Rachel just answered David's question. Yeah, you always practice mental diet because if your diet stops and something happens to your 3D, you react. The relationship could be affected as soon as it begins. Exactly. Okay. Tarsha holding on too tight here. Yes, exactly. But I got videos for that like out all week long. So don't fear. We'll be talking more at length about that in the videos. Okay, Natalie. Hi, Roxy. What reasons can there be why someone cannot manifest a specific person back into their life? So what's usually happening here is, well, I don't want to say usually, but generally there are insecurities about yourself, fears, doubts, worries that you're not good enough, worries that they're not good enough for you. You don't have a clear picture on what exactly it is that you want from them or what you want out of a relationship. You might have had bad relationships in your past. Your parents might have had a bad relationship, so you don't even know. You've never even seen a healthy relationship. So like, I mean, there's no judgment if you don't know how to create that. It's not your fault. We just work on building it as we go. But usually what's happening when you can't manifest a person back into your life, it's because the baggage of your relationship is still present in your mind. So memories are not like kept in storage bins that you just kind of like dig around and like pick up and like put back. A memory is like a memo. It's like a presence. So if you select a memory, it's like it's being shot out to the universe and then it comes back and it becomes your now. So it's not in the past. If you're always digging up memories, if you're always feeling about things that happened to you before, it becomes your present and it stays your present until you just kind of like let it go and not let it affect you. So I would say try revision, start erasing, I guess if you could think about it like that, moments in your mind that caused issues in your relationship, and start addressing what exactly manifested in the person leaving, because that's going to be a direct reflection to how you feel about yourself or relationships or them or whatever. Okay, I'm just reading the comments back and forth. Glad you guys are helping each other. We have a great community. If you're not a part of my Facebook group, please feel free to join. The link is below. It's called Black Moon Society. Everyone in there shares. And I just saw that my cousin's message got deleted by a moderator. I don't know what it said. Okay. But yeah, join my Facebook group if you're interested. We all help each other with manifesting and things like that. Okay. When you align with your desired reality, is it no longer a probability? Right? Let's see. But when you align with your desired reality, is it no longer a probability? At the beginning, it is a probability because you have the chance to choose which reality to experience, right? No, it's a probability until the moment it collapses into your reality. So when it is in wave form, when it is in energy form, when it is in like the thought, when you're on tractor beam mode, when you're sending out your laser and it's coming back, if you waver, think about it like this. You guys are making me give up all my juicy stuff from my videos this week. Okay. But think about it like this. Think about it like a claw machine. Okay. You have a claw machine. You decide, okay, I want that little Hello Kitty right there. You set your claw machine down. You just let that thing go, and it's going to pick up your Hello Kitty. We're going to say it's an accurate claw machine, okay? But what's happening so when it's in the air, when it's dangling, when it's going down to grab your toy or whatever, that's probability, that's potentiality, it could be anything. It could grab any toy, but we're just going to keep focusing on the Hello Kitty and only letting it grab that. But if while it's in midair, you start like jerking your freaking joystick around and the claws swinging all over, who knows what the hell it's going to grab. So even though I want the Hello Kitty, if I'm not offering Hello Kitty vibes all the way to the ground until it pops, till it picks it up and drops it in the little hole, I might not get my Hello Kitty. So the probability exists all from the moment you send it out till the moment it pops in your reality. So that's why you need to stay focused on the reality that you want. You need to stay focused on the Hello Kitty so that you don't get a Pokemon or whatever. No offense against Pokemon. I'm just too old for that. Okay. We can wait for videos or watch them also, as we will learn more with a whole video on topics. Exactly. Thanks, Lan. Yeah. Because I don't want to give too much away and I'm not going to be able to exactly regurgitate what I did in the video. But yeah. Okay. Tammy, just want to say thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Within one day of believing my SP left his girlfriend and now he's with me. F yes, girl. I kept telling myself he wants me and only me and no one else exists. This works. Thank you, guys. Yay! Let's give Tammy some love. Thank you, Tammy, for sharing with us. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I asked in the group about getting the opposite result. I can't wait to hear the video. Yes. Okay. So that's coming out on, I think, Thursday or Friday. Thursday or Friday. Oh, another congratulations for Tammy. Yes, we're so excited for you. Okay. Can you elaborate on when you're manifesting an SP from the past and another one shows up? This is happening to me right now. So crazy. I'm just let's see. Okay. So basically what's happening right there, pretty much what's generally what's wrong with that or what's going on in these situations is that remember how I talked about how you have your ideal relationship? You have this like idea of what I need to be fulfilled. There's no selfishness. There's no nothing. This is just in a relationship or with my partner. I need these boxes, A through G, they need to be checked, period. Okay, cool. That's the relationship I'm building. Fine. Separately, we have our SP over here. And in this corner, we are healing our thoughts and ideas and story about them. We're rewriting them the way that we want. We're selecting the version of them that we want to be. And also, while all this goes down, of course, we're becoming the version of us that we want to be. So when you have the problem of your other SPs are coming through or people from the past, what generally is going on is that this part of the story of like, I need these things to feel fulfilled and I'm not accepting any less. This is what I want, blah, blah, blah. You're feeling the feelings of love. You're feeling abundance. You're opening yourself up to maybe finding somebody. This is working. This maybe not so much. You still have hangups with the specific person. You still have maybe issues from the past, beliefs, doubts, insecurities, or whatever fears that are still manifesting that have to do with that specific person. So keep doing what you're doing here. Keep projecting out the perfect ideal version of what you need to feel fulfilled. And like, this is love. I'm abundant. I feel love. I love being loved. You don't have to be in love to feel love. You just know what that feels like. We've loved pets, we've loved family members, we've loved pairs of shoes, we've loved movies. You know what love feels like. So you can at least conjure that feeling and bring it up and soak in it. Anyways, make it familiar with you separately from your SP, but you need to be healing, mending the SP story, and then they can come through. Okay. If you are manifesting, oh, son of a bee. I don't like how the comments like scroll up and then I lose it. Holy shit. Okay. If you are manifesting something you scripted, put in the emotion and intention and let go, and the situation turns out opposite to how you intended, what do you do? Do you try and manifest it to turn out how you want, or accept it and let go and believe the universe has something better planned? No. I mean, let me backtrack a little bit. You need to do both. You need to let it go and just say, okay, that didn't work out. That's cool. I've got something internally that's still going on with me that's not maybe allowing this, or is fearful, or is doubts, or has insecurities, or something there that's like kind of blocking you from fully accepting that it's possible for you, which is fine, because that just lets us know that we're not quite there yet, and that's okay. There's no judgment. We keep focusing. Okay. So now that happened, now I know that I've got, let's say I'm fearful of people leaving me. I'm just, again, picking something out of the air. I'm fearful of people leaving me. Okay. Well, not everybody's going to leave me. People out there are loyal, and I am a loyal person. Therefore, there are loyal people out there for me. And I just keep meeting all of these amazing people who are loyal, they're honest, they're dedicated, they want to connect with me, and it is so amazing. We keep telling the story, you keep fine-tuning. Something pops in your reality that you don't like, we don't react to it, we don't stop, we don't give up. We just say, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know that was going on within me. Let me refocus, redefine, fine-tune, wear down the path of exactly where I want to be going and continue on that road. And then you can still think this or something better. Like if it happened, you didn't like it, and you don't want to give up, but you say, okay, that wasn't the right one for me. Maybe, and let's say I have a lot of acting clients. Let's say you wanted a role really bad and you thought it was in the bag for you. You scripted about it, you manifested whatever, but you didn't get it. Instead of beating yourself up or feeling bad, you say things like, oh, I'm glad I didn't get that role, because obviously like that might have taken me away from a better project. It might have been a role I hated. I might have like hated my co-stars. I might have hated being on set. It might have been really treacherous. But now I'm free to keep focusing on the roles that I actually want to get. So thank you. I had a great audition. I got to be more in my moment as an actor, and that is amazing. I'm so glad I had that experience. Moving on, we never have to discuss it again. Okay. So yesterday I was thinking how I wanted spicy noodles. Later on, my mom said that we should have some spicy noodles for lunch, and that was kind of weird. I guess I manifested that. Yeah, exactly. Because what happened was you selected a reality where you were eating spicy noodles, and you did not have a contradictory thought. You didn't think, well, but I'm not good enough for spicy noodles, or like spicy noodles never like me back, or whatever. You're just like, yeah, spicy noodles. What's next? That's how you need to think about your whole life. Yeah, cool. I want that. Cool. What's next? This. Yeah, that too. This. You just keep it rolling. Like, we don't focus on these things, because if we focus too hard, we push them away. I mean, and I mean that in a way of like, when we focus too hard on like I have to have it. I have to have it. It's got to be this. That like tightness, that like need for it to unfold the way that you want it to. You're trying to use physical manipulation to affect an energetic field. No, it needs to be light and airy. I select this one and that's it. Now what's next? What can I do next? You want to be constantly just going, because dwelling on something in the absence of it is only going to keep it away for longer. Damn, this coffee is good. Just so you guys know, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, we can get to the bottom of your specific limiting doubts and beliefs and get you on the right path. Okay. I'm unable to believe that I create my reality. I know the theory, but I don't believe as I don't have proof. Can you help with believing, please? I think I talked to you about this not too long ago, but you need to look into quantum physics. You need to understand that the world is not real. Okay. This is an illusion. I'm sure you've heard that everything is energy. If everything is energy, that means that it's not physical. So if I'm energy, how is this possible? Okay. How are these walls here? If this is energy, why am I able to tap on it? Just that fact alone shows you that what you think is going on is not real. So look into quantum physics, look into how our universe behaves. And that, I swear you guys, understanding quantum physics makes understanding manifesting so much clearer because it behaves the exact same way. The way that particles and waves behave in the universe is the exact way things manifest because that's the universe we're in. So you're looking at exactly how they come about. They go from the physical to the energetic field, or they start in the energetic field. You select, it starts here because you have a thought, you have a feeling, that's again a frequency. So you have a measurable thing that says I select this reality. You're choosing it out of the ether. You're dropping your claw machine down onto what you want, and you're allowing it however long it takes to get that claw down there, to grab your Hello Kitty, bring it back up, and then drop it in the hole, and then let it go. And then you're dealing with your Hello Kitty. Then you're deciding whether or not it's good or bad, okay? Not before you get it, because then you're like jamming your joystick around again. So look into quantum physics. It's going to help you, I promise. What do you think about asking the universe if the SP is the right one for us if we didn't get that intuitive guidance like you and your husband? Yeah, absolutely. I was saying that earlier about the question about meditation, like what meditation is good for. That's a perfect thing to do for meditation. Ask yourself, okay, I need to know, is this even the right person for me? Is this what I want? Do I want to spend my focus or to use my focus rewriting this person or recreating this thing? Or do I just want to create the energy next to me that I want and allow the universe to fill it with whoever? Because now I'm accepting, like I have a bottom rung now, and I'm not going to accept anything, any treatment, anything below this. So I know that if I create an energy next to me of what I want to experience, my ideal relationship, the universe has to deliver it to me from here and above, because if anything comes that's here down, again, it's like the basketball bouncing in front of you. You don't take offense to it. You don't pick it up. You just like, oh, okay. I'm still creating my reality. It doesn't even matter. And I use that analogy. It sounds dumb, but it's because that's how benign everything needs to be to you. If it doesn't align with your reality, then it's not your reality. So don't okay, I don't care. It's not me. Let me just, okay, bye. None of my beeswax. How do I balance between positive thinking and action steps? That's an interesting question, because they're separate. I think that the mindset needs to be there, period. You need to be, and it's, Eric, you've probably seen, that's my cousin. You've probably seen the video about positive thinking versus productive. Think about it like this. It's not about being positive all the time, but it is about being productive. You want to make sure that the thoughts that you are thinking, the feelings that you're going towards, that you're allowing to settle in your body are productive. They align with your 6-month, 1-year, 3-year, 20-year goal or whatever. Because if they do, then you don't have to worry. If you just only focus on thoughts and feelings that align with where we're going, we don't entertain the side stuff, cool, that's fine. But we need to keep our mind there. And then as far as action steps go, I would say once you start going down the road, you start declaring, okay, this is what I want. This is who I am. This is what I'm going after. You start being fed with new affirmations. You start being like led to send this email or go down this road, turn left here, reach out to this person. And those things tend to happen naturally. But at the same time, if you are talking about like getting your career straightened out or like figuring out what you want to do with your life, not to call you out just because we were talking earlier, then, start mapping that out. What does that look like to you? You can start going down that road and like getting the ball rolling so that the universe can kind of like, now we're on this road. Now we're thinking about, so instead of going from like, okay, I know I want to do something better with my life, or I know I want to do something with my passions for my life. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, and I don't know what steps to take. But from this point forward, I'm accepting that this is my new reality. I know that in a year, I want to be making money solely off of my personal business, and I want to be having these financial goals or whatever. You make these little like destination points in your future so that you have like that end goal, or not an end goal, but you have a North Star to follow. And then once you set your mind in motion for this, now you're like a different version of you. You went from questioning Eric to now Eric who's building a business, or Eric who's figuring everything out. So now you have made a switch. So now you're going to be getting thoughts that Eric who's figuring his life out, or Eric that's building a business gets. Those thoughts are or impulses you wouldn't necessarily get if you were still Eric who's questioning, because you're in a different mode. So put your mind frame where you need to be. We're figuring our lives out. We've made that decision. We already know that you want to do that. Okay, cool, great. Now, what are we doing? How can we figure this out? What can we ask ourselves? What road do we go down? Let's brainstorm. What kind of things sound great for me? How do I connect with people about food and law of attraction at the same time? Start going down these roads. And as you start thinking of different questions, you start thinking in different ways. Now you are led to new actions, new steps, new thoughts again. And so the action steps that you take become more natural, and they make sense because you're on that road now. So it's almost like chicken or the egg, but start with the egg, put your mind set in place, and then grow your chicken. That makes sense. And then just keep going down that road. Okay. How do we change SP's hot and cold nature suddenly? Okay, I have a video about that coming out on Wednesday. So I'm gonna let that save for Wednesday, because I've kind of talked about it already. I'm going to manifest running into Roxy out and about and introducing myself. Oh, and you're in New York? Okay, I guess I'm going to New York, you guys. All right. Lately, or you're coming to LA. Okay. Lately, I find myself crying over my SP. I just miss him. I think of him and cry. First, I was angry, moved on to indifferent, and felt okay. Now I find myself crying to God and praying for myself. Okay. So I'm trying to decide if you've made progress or if you're kind of slipping back. Like, what's worse, anger or desperation? I think desperation is definitely worse. So you need to you're going to have to start building yourself up and giving yourself what you need from your SP, or giving yourself what you're lacking from the world, giving yourself love, giving yourself understanding, giving yourself time to become a more solid version of yourself. Because if you're trying to manifest your SP in this condition, even if you get them back, the issues are going to, this is just going to resurface and you're going to push them away. So it's very important. Nobody wants to hear this. I don't know why nobody wants to think that the answer to all of their issues is to work on themselves, but it is. And I'm sorry, but you're not going to hear anything different from me. So you need to, again, like I said earlier, you need to be okay with the status quo. You need to be okay now, because the version of you that is in a perfect or ideal version, the version of you that is in the ideal relationship with him is not worrying, is not crying, is not missing him, is not angry, is not doubtful. She is good with the status quo because she's got what she wants. So you need to be okay with what you have now. You need to rebuild in yourself the sense of loss, doubt, fear, emptiness, loneliness, anxiety, whatever it is that you've got going on. You need to start feeding that and giving it positive attention so that the rest of the world can reflect it. Because right now you're not allowing anybody to love you because you're not loving yourself. You're not putting yourself first. You're letting someone else have all of the attention and focus in your world. And that's just not productive. You need to put it on yourself. I just got here. Did I miss manifesting anything? Oh no, we're manifesting every second of every day. Myra says, I dated my SP and then we ended and he started dating almost right away. We are in the same friend group and now my friend group is divided. What do you recommend? Okay, first things first, when you are manifesting this, when you are setting your new intentions, when you're choosing your new reality, you need to separate your friends from your SP, okay? I know it's hard because you guys are all intertwined, but right now what's going on is like your fears, insecurities, whatever that manifested in your breakup and your SP going to someone else, that tells me that you have like serious insecurities or doubts about how good you are or how good he is or whatever. You have to deal with that stuff separately from the friend group, because if you intertwine them, then they're all going to get mixed up and you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is start viewing your friendship as whole. Everything works out. Don't even entertain the idea of your breakup. Just, I love my friends. We're so good together. We're always hanging out. We love each other. We have the coolest friend group. Everyone's jealous of how cool we are. Like what, I mean, whatever. Tell the story of your happy, whole, healthy friend group. We're not entertaining the breakup. We're not even thinking about it. We're not even bringing it up into the story, okay? We're just talking about the friend group and how amazing it is, how supportive you guys are of each other. Everybody loves each other. Everybody communicates. They always put each other first. They always think about each other. Everyone's giving towards each other, whatever. Describe your friend group and keep that vision of them alive. And only whenever you think about your friends, you only have those thoughts and you only go there and you only allow yourself to insert those thoughts about your friends. And if you feel yourself slipping, if you feel yourself start being like, yeah, but we used to, no buts, no but land. You go back to, what am I saying? Oh my God, we're super tight. We're the best of friends. We always communicate with each other. We see each other every day. There's freaking 20 of us. We roll deep or however, like, again, take that story and you have to stay there with that. Now, on the other side of it, separately, completely disconnected from it, you need to start recreating and fixing the SP relationship, the way that the version of him that you're choosing, and most importantly, the version of you that you are operating from right now. You need to work on what it is that makes you feel insecure, why you are pushing your person away. And I don't mean that in an accusatory way, but this is just like what's happening. So why did the breakup happen? Why are they with another person? What am I feeling that is manifesting in these actions? Deal with that internally. And rewrite the story with the SP. These are all separate things. They don't have to be like, it's not like a chore. It's just like when your brain goes to the SP, we're thinking about how awesome your relationship is. You guys are super, you like work so well together. You get along so good. Everyone thinks you're the perfect couple. Like they just think you're so cute. You're always sharing with each other. Like you always next to each other. You hate being apart. Like you finish each other's sentences, whatever that relationship looks like to you. Okay. Anytime we think about our SP, anytime the subject comes up, that's what we're thinking about. Anytime we think about our friends, we're framing it. Again, we're putting it in a beautiful frame. Our friend group is so amazing. We're so supportive of each other. I would be jealous of my friends if I wasn't in this group. I love us. Okay, that's how we're thinking about them. And again, anytime that comes up, that's how you frame it. And then with us, we're giving ourselves what it is that you're missing from your SP, what it is that you're missing that manifested in your relationship breaking up and then going to someone else. Are you giving yourself self-love? Do you give yourself compliments? Do you put yourself first? Are you putting your own needs before anybody else's? These things need to happen. All of these things need to go on. This is what I mean by 360. We do all of it together. We don't make it a chore. We just don't allow our thoughts to entertain anything that is not our perfect vision. No, I have a super solid friend group. I also have a super solid relationship, and I also love myself, period. That's your story, and you need to stick to it. Okay, Renee, should I visualize and intend a harmonious end with the SP because we were both married with young children? That's on you, girl. If it's causing you strife and you want to go back to both of you focusing on your families, then yes, I would say, yeah, just visualize it being tied up neatly with a bow. Like literally visualize a bow and maybe a text or a phone call from them saying, I'm so glad that we got this worked out. Like, I'll always love you, have love for you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Hold on one second. I'm going to put my charger. I need to put my charger on my phone. I hope that answered your question. Yeah, you're going to have to determine to you what is the most healthy option. And then, yeah, do it. And don't feel guilty about it. Because if you then decide that, hey, maybe my marriage isn't working and I would be much happier with this person, you can just rewrite it and do that when you want to. again, like there's no right or wrong. There's no yes or no. There's yes or no. There's just no judgment. There's just like, do you want it or not? Is it in your reality or not? Is it present or absent? And if it's absent, then choose presence and don't project absence. Okay. How do I bring back the spark in the bedroom? It used to be fun, but now it's not as hot. Honestly, you're just gonna have to start telling a new story. Start telling a story that, dang, we can't keep our hands off each other. I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden we are just like sex machines. Sorry, this is so awkward. But yeah, just tell a story about how like attracted to each other you guys are, and like you're just so passionate, and oh my God, every time you see your person, you're just like, wow, hello. Tell this new story, and then you're gonna, start feeling sexier. Start doing things that make you feel sexy. Start doing things that make you want to, experiment or branch out or whatever, and just kind of, like start bridging that gap. Start making steps towards put in a little effort, you know what I mean? And then visualize them putting in effort. Say that they're all, we can't keep our hands off each other. We're like sexting during work. We can't wait to see each other when we get off work, whatever. Tell a new story and then start going down that road. Take action steps. Do sexy things. Make yourself feel sexy. Make them feel sexy, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I have a belief that if a third party comes on the scene, that he isn't actually the person for me. I don't know why this belief makes me uncomfortable. Do you think this limits my manifestation? Yeah, because first of all, don't entertain a third party. If you're thinking about a third party, you need to like etch a sketch your mind and be like, oh, what am I thinking? What am I saying? What am I saying? My person loves me. Oh my God, why am I putting myself in these boxes? Why am I creating weird situations for myself? No. My person loves me and only me. They only have eyes for me, period. Yeah, and then because so what you're doing, not only are you creating an environment where a third party can exist, now you're also saying that if I create a third party for myself, then my person isn't good enough for me. Like, examine what you're actually saying here, because it's very interesting. So yes, that belief should make you uncomfortable because it's you creating it. So don't create a situation where your SP has like no choice but to act like an asshole to you. Because you're keeping them in that vibrational pattern. You're allowing it to happen. So don't do that anymore. How do you practice receiving? I guess letting go of the constant reminders and letting the universe do the work. God, source, something outside ourselves and our mind. This is, again, going to go back to the 360 approach. This is manifesting all things, being present in all areas of your life, paying attention to where your mind is at. What are you manifesting in every moment? Paying attention to your feelings, making sure that you're like selecting realities, select, and then moving on. I want this. I want this. I am this. I'm the version of me that chooses this. I'm the version of me that's okay with this. I'm the version of me that treats myself like this. I'm the version of me that lives in this reality or whatever. Being more like removed from it, being a little more, again, more Geppetto, less Pinocchio. You want to be on the bird's eye view. You want to be tweaking knobs and taking data and like redirecting your thoughts and paying attention and keeping yourself on the straight and narrow. And when you're doing this, you're manifesting all areas of your life. You're tweaking everything. You're paying attention to your thoughts and making sure you're only thinking thoughts of where you want to go. While you're doing this, well, I forgot the actual question. Oh, how do you let go? Yeah. So while you're doing that, you become like distracted. So if your SP is one thing, fine. We're manifesting SP, fine. What about the rest of your life? The rest of your life is way more than just this one person, okay? So sprinkle that shit everywhere. Put it all over the place. Manifest all over. Intend all over. Narrate your life all over. Tweak everything, okay? And while you're doing this, so many things are happening. So many things are growing. You're making quantum leaps. You are uncovering things. You're having aha moments. Your SP, it doesn't even matter because you are understanding yourself and your power more and more. And you start to realize like, okay, yeah, SP, fine, whatever. It's not even a big deal. It's literally just like manifesting a cup of coffee. It's the same thing. You're putting so much emphasis on how important it is, and that's why it's not coming to you, okay? So like SP is cool, whatever, sweet. What else do I want? I want this car. I want my career to be doing this. I need to be making this kind of money. I want to live here. I want to have these kind of friendships. I need to care about myself like this. I want to look like this. I want to blah, 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 whatever. When you have all those things that your attention is on, the SP just happens. You start allowing things in every area of your life, then every area of your life can bring new stuff to you. And then because you're dictating and deciding which way it goes, then that's the way it goes. The more you do this, here's something you guys don't understand, okay? You think that if you do these things, you take this 360 approach, or you do these manifestational skills or whatever, you're going to be the same version of you, but with like the things you want. That's not what's happening. Once you start changing and shifting, you become versions of you that you never even knew. You get knowledge about stuff that you didn't even know you didn't know. You grow exponentially. You grow more. You're 30. So if you took 30 days from now, let's say we took 30 days from this point, and you're either one version of you continues on the same way, trying to manifest things in the physical realm, trying to manipulate, why am I SP this, blah, 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 crying about shit that's completely irrelevant. No offense, I'm just saying, just from an outsider's perspective. That 30 days that you spent trying to manifest and not doing it the right way, is a different 30 days than if you started here and took this 360 approach and started taking stock of your life in a different way, not allowing things to affect you and being like, okay, I'm creating all of this. Let me stop acting like, no offense, a little bitch right now, and just like be the Geppetto and not the Pinocchio. Your 30 days from here is miles away from your 30 days of before, okay? You don't even understand how much farther along you will be if you start doing this way, okay? That it's an exponential change in your thinking and your growth and your understanding. The SP becomes, it's like, guys, I've said this before, your SP is your bracelet, okay? What does the rest of your outfit look like? Don't be trying to put on a Tiffany bracelet and ratty old sweats. You need to be dealing with your whole ensemble. And the bracelet just fits along nicely when everything is put together, okay? So again, focus on the rest of your life. You are not your SP. You are so much more than this one relationship, okay? So focus on you. Do you get you working, and the SP is just an accessory, and it just happens. And you're like, yeah, you can be in my life. I'll allow you to. I'll allow this version of you to be in my life and not any other version, unless this one are better. I'm telling you, it's the answer. What's what you gotta do. Okay, thank you guys. There are so many techniques, but you're saying it's all basically the same, makes it much easier. Yeah. Yes. Okay. The techniques are just so you can kind of get clear. But if you think about it like this, listen, the only one that's like a real technique is like maybe like meditating, scripting, doing the state akin to sleep, the SATs or whatever, when you're like specifically going into a space to put these thoughts into place. Otherwise, when you're visualizing, your body daydreams naturally. When you're affirming, your thoughts are affirmations. Every thought is an affirmation. Your body does that naturally. When you're spiraling on negativity or even positivity, productivity or unproductive thoughts, your body does it naturally. So what we want to do, this is all part of the 360, you're inserting these ideas, these notions, these affirmations, these thoughts, these visualizations, these daydreams of what you actually want. You're inserting them on purpose, and then you're letting your body daydream, and then you're letting your body spiral. But you're not letting your body spiral on negative thoughts, because that's not productive. Because why? We're creating it all. I'm not going to give myself 20 minutes of manifesting shitty things for myself. No. Again, like I said, if I feel negative, okay, I'll let my body feel the feelings, but my brain is not joining the party, not allowing my thoughts to join. My thoughts are still self-soothing. Everything's fine. Everything's working out. It's all good. It's all good. So where were we? See, I get so damn distracted. Yeah. So the techniques are just getting clear. But again, you visualize naturally. You affirm naturally. Use what your body does naturally in your advantage, to your advantage, and put the ideas and the pictures and the notions in that you want, and then let the freaking cattle out of the gate. I'll spiral all day thinking about how awesome my life is, but I'm not going to spiral for a minute on, my insecurities or limitations. It's all encompassing. It's all over. It's your whole life. Think about your life. Think about your life. You could be thinking about your SP for 5 minutes, and then you're thinking about your hair for 2 minutes, and then you're thinking about what you're having for lunch, and then your boss says something stupid, and now you're thinking about how much you hate your job. Your life is all of these things all at once. That's why it's so limiting to put so much focus on your SP, because it's like, again, it's just a small, tiny, infinitesimal part of your life. You need to be going broader, being more full spectrum with it. What if we want to meet SP and he keeps declining? You got fears, insecurities, limiting beliefs, doubts, whatever that are manifesting within you that say, like, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough, maybe he's not going to want to be with me, maybe I'm not interesting enough, whatever. Something within you is blocking him from being with you. You're selecting a version of him that is distant, unavailable, doesn't put you first, etc. So that means to me that you need to start giving yourself love. You need to be more confident. You need to tell yourself compliments. You need to put yourself first. You need to pamper yourself. You need to consider your needs before anybody else's. And says, haven't felt negative today, just kind of blah. That's fine. As long, like, you don't have to feel like, yes, positivity. As long as you don't let your thoughts join the party. Your thoughts can still be like, okay, whatever, I feel fine. I still know I'm going, like, just because I feel shitty today does not mean I'm not going to achieve my goal in 3 years. So I don't need to even worry or question it. I'm just, whatever, I'm kind of blah, cool. Let me just take a day off to just veg out and watch some TV and eat some ice cream or whatever. Just as long as you don't start going down the negative path, whatever. I mean, it happens. We're human. Joe says, if you're not seeing what you want to manifest, do you just continue to persist? I feel my faith has been wavering. I haven't seen my manifestation lately. What do you do to reinforce your faith? I take stock of what I'm telling myself. I'm like, okay, have I been telling myself limiting things? Am I, like, we've talked, Joe. So am I letting the 3D world bog me down? Am I letting things that happen in my life affect me? Am I being too Pinocchio? Yeah, you're being too Pinocchio. That's the problem, honestly. You need to be more Geppetto. Again, step back, notice what's working, what's not, and then insert the thoughts, insert the program, select the reality that you want, select the things that you want, select the version of you that you want, and be more analytical, less judgmental, more observational, more observer, less observee. And focus a wider spectrum, not just on your love life or job or whatever, but all over the place. If you're not seeing results in one area, then focus on something else, but just make sure you're cleaning up your vibration and you're not leaving yourself on thoughts of like, oh, I can't do this. This isn't working, blah, 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 because that's just going to manifest. So if you're seeing, to persist in what you want, absolutely. Think about it like this. This is going back to like the quantum physics thing again. When you drop a drop of water into another body of water, it ripples out, and the ripples are waves, right? It's like a wave in circular form. And you have peaks and you have valleys. And the peaks are mass concentrations of energies. These are higher probabilities. And the valleys are absence of probabilities. These are things that are less likely to happen, okay? So, and this is just like all things are, everything in this world is energy. So if you think about the way that water flows, it's an ebb and a flow. It's an up and a down. All waves are peaks and valleys. So sometimes, the saying, when it rains, it pours, and sometimes how like you can have all these things happen, all these great manifestations, and then like nothing pops for 3 days. Think of it like that. It's just a wave. It's energy. It's a wave. It's in the valley mode. We're going to be up a peak, and then we're going to be back in a valley again, and then we're going to be back in a peak again, and it's going to go like this for the rest of our lives. So what's important is that when you're in your peaks, when you're up at your top and things are happening, you're reaffirming like, damn, all this shit's happening. Oh my God, I'm amazing. I am so good at this. Damn. Oh my God, I'm so good. This is so amazing. I'm so powerful. Then when you're in your valleys, this is your time to assess. This is your time to take stock in a non-judgmental way. This is the time that we fill our gas gauge has been going, or our gas light's been going off for a while. And now we need to get gas and keep it moving. This is our time to reevaluate, reaffirm what we want, make sure that we're staying focused. These are our maintenance periods, and that's fine, because we go through maintenance and we go through times when we're just like, blah, everything's coming and it's amazing. And then when it kind of stops, we're like, whew, cool, I have a chance to breathe. Let me make sure that everything I want is still in line. Let me make sure that I'm still thinking thoughts about where I want to go, period. Okay. I'm not freaking out that I haven't seen my SP for weeks. Instead, I'm putting off manifesting her until I've perfected myself. Hold on, I think I'm doing it wrong. No. Listen, take your SP, separate your SP from your self-worth, separate your SP from the relationship you're creating, separate your SP from everything. All you need to do about your SP is when you think of them, when the subject comes up, is to think loving, abundant, wonderful thoughts about them, period. Okay. Then that's completely separate from you working on yourself. So you can think those thoughts about them and not even bring a relationship into the mix. Just think thoughts about how wonderful they are and how wonderful you are together. That's all you have to do. Then when you're working on yourself, that's completely different. This happens all day, every day. We're always doing maintenance on this because this is the most important engine in our entire world. So we want to be doing constant maintenance on it. There's like the fact, like the Golden Gate Bridge, they do maintenance on the Golden Gate Bridge, and they have every single day for its entire life. They're always doing stuff to it because it is a massive deal. It has a lot of working or moving or important parts, and they're always doing maintenance on it. There will never be a day they're not doing maintenance on it. And that's how you need to think about yourself. We're always paying attention to our thoughts. We're always paying attention to how we feel. We're always making sure that we're on the straight and narrow and going towards what we want. And if we find ourselves off that path, we don't beat ourselves up. That's just data. It's like, okay, cool. Someone's not connecting here. Let me refocus. Let me look at what's going on. Let me put in new thoughts and beliefs and then just keep going on the path I want to be on. After you manifested what you wanted, do you still have to keep the manifestation going? Are you talking about a relationship? From that point, just evolve it. You want to keep evolving because, again, you're always manifesting. You always want to be working on yourself and the things that you want in life because this never stops, guys. This is how your world works. So it's like, why would you waste time learning how to do something amazingly just to stop because it worked one time? Like, no. Now that we know how to manifest and we got our person or we got whatever, this cool job, now what? Now what do we get? Let's make our lives exponentially better. We're building and building and building and building and building, and you're always striving for the most amazing version. And every day gets better and better, and every day is better than the last. That kind of attitude. So where was I? Oh yeah. So you just keep evolving. Like once your manifestation comes through. Now, again, now what? Now, if it's a relationship, okay, well, now that we had our first date, now that we're officially boyfriend and girlfriend, what does this look like? How often do we talk? How do we communicate? What does he think about me or she or they? What do we do? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Keep creating the story and keep your eye on the prize. You're always going to have a 6 month, a 1 year, a 3 year, a 5 year, a 20 year, 10, 15, 20, 5, whatever year goal. That's not going to change. You're not going to stop on your journey just because you've got one thing. So yeah, keep going. Keep tweaking, keep adjusting, and then keep asking yourself, what do I want next? What's next for me? What can I do now? Bigger and better always. Okay. How to change SP's hot and cold nature. I already addressed that. I'm doing a video about that this week, so I'm just going to let that I spoke at length about it, so we're just going to wait till the video comes out. I think that's Wednesday's video. Thanks, Maggie. I would totally join the FB group if I stayed on FB. Must have to make an account just for that. Yeah, you can. I mean, I don't even really like Facebook myself, but I do go in there for the group. Leanne says, sorry, Roxy's cousin. I noticed that you erased his comment, but I was like, I'll just... Just let that go. He asked on the Facebook group, so it's okay. All right. When I think of my SP and being together, I think of his third party. She just pops in my head like, why? Okay. Literally erase her. Like visualize her being erased out of the picture like it's a movie frame. Like you're like pushing pause and you're like, shh, let's erase this bitch out of here. Do all of the techniques. Write her off. Send her away. Erase her. Ignore her. Reaffirm that your person only has eyes for you. It's all you. You're giving her life. And the fact that she keeps popping up in your head means that there's something still lingering. You still have fears. You still have insecurities. You still have doubts. So you're going to have to address those and reaffirm, re-cement, put new thoughts in place, new beliefs all the time. Constantly it's like you're putting a tape in and you're playing that program. You want to keep that program going until you're completely brainwashed into that reality. Eve, thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay. Hello, Roxy. Followed your advice to get clear when having 2 SPs, and I feel less attached when I talk to them. Still not sure which one I want, but I know what I want from a relationship. Perfect. Exactly. separating them out, separating your relationship from what you need. That's all that matters, because now you're creating space for the universe to put in the best person to fill those roles for you, whatever, works best for you in your mind. Whenever I feel down, I try to remember when my SP called me beautiful. Okay, that's good, but I would much rather you tell yourself that you're beautiful and you trust yourself and you love yourself. And this is going to just take practice. So Maggie, I want you to, every time you look in the mirror, you're complimenting yourself 5 to 10 times. Every single time. You're complimenting yourself every single day. You're reminding yourself how awesome and amazing you are, because your entire world is in existence only because you're here. So there's nothing you couldn't be worthy for. If there's something in your reality that you're able to see or conceive of, it means that it is a possibility for you personally. So don't feel guilty. Don't feel weird. Don't feel like you're not entitled. Don't feel like you can't get it. It's all there for you. And that's what taking a 3-step or a step back approach, a more analytical, less judgmental role is going to do, because you start seeing that there is no worth. There's no worthiness. It's not real. We come to this planet as a choice, and we're here to learn, grow, and experience. Once you understand that you are a lab experiment, and not only are you the rat, but you're also the scientist, it makes you way more inclined to choose the scientist role. Why right now? Oh, I love this analogy. Thank you. I love analogies. I don't know if you guys notice. Stop being the rat, you guys. Okay, you have the choice to be the rat or the scientist. Okay, I want you to choose scientist. Whenever you're feeling down, what am I saying? I'm not the rat. I am the scientist. I am the scientist. And I choose a reality, a version of me that knows that I'm the scientist. I choose a reality, a version of me that doesn't feel negative thoughts about myself. I choose a version of me that understands that I am this power, and I'm not going to allow myself to think negative thoughts about this machine that's controlling my entire life. I want to feed it $1 million bills and not pennies. Yeah, that's okay. How was my birthday? It was great. Thank you. I had a wonderful time. My husband treated me like a queen all day, and it was perfect. Okay. Rachel says, Nadine, you need to practice photoshopping her out, and eventually she just won't pop anymore. It's just practicing wiping her out. Yeah, that's how I did it. Okay, great. That worked for you. Yes. Okay. See, it works, guys. Literally, I mean, whatever gets your mind there, like erase them. Literally erase, because we don't want to give them power. You want to stop watering that plant. Can you talk about the meaning of dreams? I've had so many dreams where my SP was rejecting me, etc., and it felt awful. But last night I finally had a dream where he was in love with me. Okay, great. Love it. So to me, what that says is that you have been choosing a reality over and over where he didn't value you, he didn't want you, you didn't want yourself, he didn't value you, you were rejecting you, he's rejecting you, blah, 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 blah. And now you are starting to choose a reality where he is the ideal version of him. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And instead of questioning whether or not this dream means that, just decide that it does, because it's all your interpretation makes the world. Like, nothing is a fact. There's no permanence. Nothing exists unless you decide it does. So now, instead of questioning whether or not this means something, I want you to declare, I am choosing the version of him that I want. And not only that, but that signals that I am becoming the version of me that is with him. This is amazing. I'm freaking powerful. I am doing this. It is working. I'm doing it. And you stay in that mind frame. I'm freaking doing it. I am freaking doing it. Oh my God, I'm doing it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm doing it. And now you are a different version of you. Now you are operating from the standpoint of, I'm freaking doing this. I am powerful. This is all my creation. And that is a different energy, a different version of you than the one that was like, am I doing it? Is this real? Does this mean something? No, this means something, because I'm deciding it does. I'm giving it meaning. I'm declaring that from this moment forward, I'm fucking doing it, and I am fucking powerful, and I'm going to be very diligent about my thoughts, paying attention to what I'm thinking, because these things just keep manifesting, and I want to make sure I'm only manifesting good stuff. Let me pay attention to what's going on up here. Okay. Eve says it all comes down to our beliefs, expectations, and judgments. That's what we get in our lives. Absolutely. I've been doing this for 5 years now. I've turned around a 28-year marriage from on the brink of divorce to him wanting to be by my side all the time. Awesome. See, yes, it's possible, guys. Everyone should be taking notes from her, because everything she says is 100. Oh, well, thanks, Eve. Okay. Is it necessary to let go when you're manifesting? And another question is, dreaming about your SP sign. I just answered this question. It is if you let it be. Make sure you're selecting the version of him you want, or the version of that person that you want. Is it necessary to let go when you're manifesting? It's necessary to let go of the need of it. You need to be, again, you need to be like, I select this reality. That's the one I choose, period. There's no judgment. There's no worth. There's no good or bad. That's the one I want. And that's the one I'm going to get. And that's it. Yeah, we let go of the need of it because we know it's coming and we don't have to hold on so tight. We just like allow it to come. This creates tension. It hurts. Like your nails like bleed, it like can cut into your hand when you hold on to something too tight. So think about it like that. Like letting it go is much easier. Not fighting against the stream and just allowing it to happen the way it goes, because we know, think about it like this, okay? You're in a stream and it is just fucking going, okay? And you're like holding onto a rock because you're terrified of going down the stream. But that's because you are not confident in the stream that you're in. You're not confident about the stream that you chose, or you know you chose the wrong stream, or this stream is scary, when in reality, what you need to be doing is saying, hey, I chose the right stream. Let me just let it take me. And you let go and you just let it happen because you chose the stream. You chose the reality. It's happening no matter what, because you are the only discerning power of your reality. So just let it happen. And, you know, again, we take out the judgment and the worth and the doubt and the fear. It just is. This is the way the world works. This is the way this world works. This is how the power works. And I accept it and I allow it. Period. Eve loves Hello Kitty. So do I. I surprisingly don't have any Hello Kitties right now on this. But if the camera was facing that way, you'd see like 100 of them. Okay. Hi, Roxy. I've never deliberately manifested with much success until I let it sink in that I am the God of my reality. Thank you for your videos. Exactly. Once you realize, again, it's more than just this, I'm the God of my reality, which I know I even have a video about it, so I understand. It's just like, we are pieces of energy in an energetic field. In this version of life that I get to operate, I'm the one who makes the choices, nobody else. That's as black and white as it needs to be. There's no like, of course I'm good enough because I'm here. If I wasn't good enough to choose the things I want, I literally wouldn't be here, because this is how this world works. I wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have been born, but I'm here. I'm the only one that gets to choose my life and decide how things work out. So I'm going to choose the reality that I want, period. So looking forward to the one-on-one with you this week. Yes, me too. I'm always dropping gems. That's right. I love gems too. Okay. I'm excited too. Yeah. And that's a good segue. Anybody that's looking for one-on-one coaching, you can sign up with me and I will help you get to the specific issue that is causing the separation, the doubts, the fears, the limitations, whatever in your life. It's kind of like this. We talk face to face and we just chat, and I help you figure out where those things are. And then I give you new things to practice, new affirmations, new ideas to insert, and kind of steps to take going forward. So you can sign up for one-on-one coaching in the description below if you'd like that. Eve loves my analogies. Thanks, Eve. They make it easier for me, because for me, it's like, I have to understand this in order to teach it to you guys. And to me, it makes sense. Like these, and I don't know, I guess that's just how I think. It makes more sense when you can like take the language out and just make it like something that we understand and we know like instinctively how something goes. You can attach that meaning to it, then it makes it easier to understand and accept and like wrap your mind around it, because it's the wrapping your mind around it that's the key. That's the whole point. I'm trying to take your cousin out of timeout. Is anyone else helping us? I didn't even know I did it. That's so funny. I don't know. I think he's on the Facebook Live too, so I think he should be fine. Sorry, Eric. Okay. Perla, focus on my spiritual journey. Yes, girl. Nellie says, when me and my SP worked in the same company, whatever I would intend for him to say or see, I would see or say instead. Whatever you would intend for him to say or see, you would see or say instead. Kind of frustrating. LOL. How can I change that? Well, what were you using for your intentions? Were you visualizing it? Were you hearing it in your mind? Describe to me how you were doing it so we can kind of get to the bottom of it. Ms. Hill says, thanks for answering. You're welcome. I had a weird experience. I asked the universe if my SP is for me, and my friend called talking about him saying he's the one for me without me bringing him up. I still feel unsure. Come on. Don't make me answer this. Come on. You wrote the answer right there. You already know. Where do you think that information came from? Okay, it came from you. So yes, just keep going down the road. And even if you figure out one day your SP is not for you, okay, cool, great. Now we know. Now we can manifest something else. It's just like there's no end all be all, guys. There's no permanence. The only thing that is permanent is your idea of something. Your idea is the glue. Your thoughts and beliefs are the glue for everything in your life. Okay, so if you think SP is for you, then they are. If you don't think they're for you, if you question whether or not they're for you, then who the fuck knows? Probability is out until it collapses into your reality. So know that they're for you, know that they're your number one person, and then don't question it. And then if they show up and you don't like the version they are, change it. Change them to the version you want to be and stay in the mental frame mindset of what you want and not what you don't want, not questioning. My SP and I communicate regular, and then she texts me and I text her. She hasn't responded to my last text. How did I manifest this? First of all, I don't know. I don't know what you like. Your entire world is a mirror. Okay. So if somebody is not showing up for you, not being there, not offering a steady like vibe or attention span, then that is an indication to you that you're not offering steady vibes. You're not offering a steady frequency of what you want. You have doubts. You have insecurities. You have fears that they're going to not show up or disappear on you. So you need to look at what's going on internally, and that will tell you exactly what it is. You think it's beneficial or contrary to date other people while trying to manifest your SP? I think that as long as you don't muck up your vibration about your SP, that it's fine. If you can, again, separate them completely, like my SP, I'm just thinking of them in amazing, bountiful, wonderful thoughts. That's it. I'm not worrying about where they are. I'm not wondering why they're not here. I'm not questioning it. I'm not looking at the clock. I'm not noticing their absence. I just have great feelings about them. And separately, again, like I said, I also am figuring out what exactly it is that I want to experience in a relationship. That's fine as long as you keep them separate. But if you start intertwining or entangling, I would say don't do it. Yeah, if it makes you feel weird feelings about your SP or about relationships in general, then I would say avoid it. I don't have hate for him being abroad, but I wouldn't want to leave the country the way we are now, not talking. I mean, doesn't this show he's moving on? We've not spoken in 2 months. You're writing the story, so stop writing a story where he's not talking to you and he's like, he went abroad for a business trip or something. Maybe he went with his family. Fine. Okay, cool. Let him go. Know that you're working on yourself. Everything is working out. The relationship that you want is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to. Think about it like that. Reframe. Again, you're putting the picture on your wall. Put it in a beautiful frame. Don't put it in a broke-ass frame. Don't put it in a half-ass frame. Don't put it in a frame that's only half of what you want. Put it in the exact frame that you want, and then don't change the frame. Keep telling that story. Any ideas on manifesting the Airbnb? I love being available. I've been affirming that the people scheduled to stay there will have another plan, etc. Is it better to check the app every day? So I want you to affirm, start visualizing, like visualize an email coming through, maybe create an email coming through, visualize texting a friend saying like, oh my God, I got my Airbnb. Literally do it on all fronts. Make an email from Airbnb saying, hey, like last minute, the people canceled, you're in. Visualize seeing it. Visualize getting a notification on your phone. Visualize telling a friend or your family member like, oh my God, it came through. I'm so powerful. All fronts, all fronts, all fronts. And yes, it is possible. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the story I was just telling where the other day where I was having an issue trying to determine something or to select a reality, and I kept like being fearful. And then I said, I'm the version of me that selects this. I just am. I think we talked about this in our session. I'm the version of me that is okay with that outcome. I'm okay with it. I'm the version of me that's not questioning it. I'm the version of me that accepts it. And I became that version instantly. It was kind of crazy. And then it played out exactly like I visualized it. I watched their mouth say it in my head, like maybe like 4 or 5 times, not even that many times. But then they did, and I was just like, okay, yay, great, perfect. So yeah, yes, you can. Just visualize again on all fronts. Get an email going, create one, visualize one on your phone, visualize yourself responding, saying, yes, I'll take it, or whatever. Visualize the phone call, decide that you're getting it, do it on all fronts. Make sure that you're convinced, completely saturating your mind, operate from the standpoint from now on that it's yours now. You just got the email. Oh my God, I got the email. I got my Airbnb. Like that's, yeah, there we go. Change the way you're looking at it. Oh my gosh. I don't know who he's abroad with. I would have thought he'd still be in the same country at least. Thank you for your advice. Just having one of those days. I understand, but listen, it's not productive, you know? I know I come across mean. I was watching my lives. I'm like, God, I seem so mean. It's not that I'm mean. I'm very like, I'm like big sister. Like I want you guys to like get it. And I'm like I want to shake it into your brains. And I'm just like, ugh. And I'm very direct with what I don't like to beat around the bush. So I'm like, this is it. This is your problem. This is how to fix it. So if I come across mean, it's just the way I talk. I know I sound mean. Believe me, I know. This comes up in my life all the time. That's just how I talk. Okay. Yeah. So listen, it doesn't matter who he's abroad with, because when he's not in your physical reality, you're able to manipulate him. He's potentiality. He's in wave. He's not here. So he is nowhere. He's everywhere and nowhere. So you entertaining that I don't know where he's with. I don't know what he's doing. Why isn't he with me? Blah, 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 blah. You are putting out so many freaking feelers or tractor beams for a reality where he doesn't give a shit about you. Okay. You need to start selecting and only selecting the reality where he's on a business trip. He went because he has to, because he's making millions for you guys in your perfect life, period. Like you need to change the story and just tell it that way. Another thing is like, I just as a person hate repeating myself. So when I have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over, it gets me like really fired up. So that's why my tone, this part of the time is usually when I start getting like, because I've said the same thing like 30 times now. Okay, Buttland, exactly, Crypto Cat. We don't want to go. No, don't buy any tickets to Buttland. Okay, Buttland is bad. No buts, no buts. You declare something. No, but this or but when or but what if or what this. No buts. Periods. No commas and buts. Just periods. Let's see. Leanne says Roxy is right while answering the question on the SP and friend group. I wish I had this advice. Okay, great. Thanks, Leanne. I appreciate you being here also, by the way, and doing admin or moderator duties. Ian says, is it important to feel whole and complete when trying to manifest them? Like I say, I want a boyfriend, which is needy energy, but at the same time, if I wanted to, I could, but only want that SP. Yeah. So it is very important that you feel whole and complete when you're trying to manifest, because your feelings replicate. So if you feel absence, if you feel lack, if you feel needy, guess what? That's what you're going to get more of. And you're framing your SP. This is why it's important to separate your SP from other things. Separate it from your self-esteem. Separate it from the relationship you're creating, because you have all these, like, what's the word I want to, like, I don't want to use the word toxic, but you know how, like, the negativity kind of creeps up and it like spreads its little tentacles into everything. So when you attach your SP to the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about relationships, blah, 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 the way you feel about your friends, like we were just saying, you attach those negative feelings about your SP, the doubt, the limitation, the fear, the whatever, onto all these other things in your life. So it's very important to separate them out. Work on your feelings about them, how amazing you guys are together. They always have thoughts about you, that you're the apple of their eye. They only want to talk to you. They only want to be around you. They can't express themselves to anybody else. You make them feel so amazing. No one else has ever made them feel the way you do, blah, 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 blah. That's completely separate from I want a boyfriend and this is what I want in my life. These are the things that I need to feel fulfilled in a relationship. I need A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. We need this, period. This is separate from the person. Okay. You make sure that you know what you need, all your boxes that need to be ticked so that you are clear about what you stand for. That way the universe can bring to you only things that align with the relationship that you want. So if you put out parameters for your relationship of how it has to be, I will only accept love, loving relationships that appear like this. Okay, cool. Now we have a set. Now we know that this is what we have. This is what we're going for. And if it's not this, then it's not for us, because we know that it has to be this, or we know that we want it to be this, and we're not going to accept anything lower. So if something comes that's not this, that's cool. That's fine. We don't attach feeling or meaning to it. We just let it go. It's the basketball bouncing in front of us. That's whatever. Then at the same time, not only are we feeling these amazing feelings about, I feel fulfilled here, this is what my relationships are like, people treat me like this, I treat them like this, it's blah, 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 blah. And we feel really great feelings about this other person. Now we can kind of bring them back together and include them once they both feel good separately. Okay. Al got in at the last second. Shazia says, girl, I have an emergency question. How can I manifest perfect health? I feel like I'm getting sick and cannot afford to get sick. A little schoolwork. I'm trying to ignore the feeling. Okay. First of all, stop talking about it. Do not say the word sick. Do not worry about it. You can't give it any energy. See yourself like, if it's a cold, see yourself like your sinus is clearing up. Use the freaking, I'm telling you, the Photoshop tool. That works when you're healing something. Like visualize yourself, like if you have a cold, erase it out of your lungs. Visualize yourself expelling it out. Visualize yourself like sweating it out or something like that. Or being in complete health, being in a white light of just like, damn, I'm healthy and strong. I am healthy, whole, and strong. I am so healthy. I feel amazing. Affirm it, visualize it, be it. Tell yourself that you are it. I am the healthy version of me, period. And that's it. Don't entertain any ideas of being sick or even utter the words. Leanne says, yes, removing myself a little would be good for me. Thank you. I really do take things to heart still, not anymore from this moment on. That's right, girl, because there's nothing to take to heart. There's no reason to attach meaning or judgment onto something that's not judgmental. You know, it just is. So if I'm being chose second place, so if I'm being chosen second in people's life, then it's something that I'm thinking, right? Yes, absolutely. You have, without knowing your situation, this is just generally what it usually is. Fears about whether or not you're good enough, that you're good looking enough, whether or not you're smart enough, the person's actually going to like you, whether or not like they're out of your league, whether or not relationships even work, whether or not people are honest with you, whether they're going to cheat on you, whether they're going to be there for you, people have, treat you with respect or not. All of that comes from within. Rick Hansen, I'm just going to assume that your comment is not sarcastic. He says self-soothing is lavender body lotion. Yeah, it can be, but also self-soothing is talking yourself off the ledge. It's all good. It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is working out. It is all good. I am totally fine. Things are fine. This is okay. When I'm spiraling, when the emotions come and I'm like, okay, all right, I feel anxious. I feel stressed. I feel whatever. I'll allow myself to feel it because I don't want to bottle that feeling up. But I don't let my thoughts join the party. My thoughts are, it's fine. Everything is fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Do you know that it's all good has gotten me out of like tickets? I've done several roadside, not that I was like wasted, obviously, but when you're doing like roadside, I've had to do so many of those roadside tests. You got to be focused. Like I'm fine. I know that I'm fine. I got this. I got this. I got this. It's all good. It's all good has gotten me out of like so many different things, emotions, situations where I was worried. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. 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 That's, to me, that's self-soothing. That's talking yourself off the ledge. That's getting your mind to a place where you're like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not going to die. It's all good. It's all good. It's all working out. It's going to be fine. Alien baby wants to be Geppetto. Be Geppetto. It's your choice. Be the scientist, not the lab rat. Green Steven, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the nice compliment. Thanks for being here. Okay. Natalie says, if he has no interest, okay, girl, I don't even want to read the rest of your comment. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to read it, but I want to stop it before we get there because you are allowing him to have power and he does not have power. You have the power. You decide which version of him you want. So if he has no interest, ignores you often, and tries to keep you warm, you are selecting a version of him that is emotionally unavailable. You're selecting a version of him that wants his cake and to eat it too. How should I think, feel, and how am I supposed to behave to change that? By the way, you make a great job. Thank you. Great. Okay, cool. So you need to start affirming that he is attentive. He's always there for you. He always shows up. He's always there. He always wants to be around you. He loves you. He thinks that you're the most amazing person he's ever been with. He can't be himself around anybody but you. He craves your attention. He craves you. He has to talk to you every day. Tell things like this, and you keep telling them no matter what. I have a video coming out on Wednesday about hot and cold behavior. You're going to want to watch that, because it's you offering like differing vibes, you deciding like, okay, yes, I'm manifesting this version of him, or I'm manifesting this relationship, or he is this, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, yeah, but what if, or he didn't do this, or now I'm scared about this. You're offering different frequencies, tractor beams, laser beams, when you need to be offering one. Just one. And that one is that he is amazing, attentive, caring, communicative, loves you, only has eyes for you, etc. What about, oh my God, I can't remember my eyes. Amplitude and frequency on the sine wave. Okay, you know what's so funny that you said that is I literally was just watching stuff about this either last night or the night before. I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough like speaking on it. The sine wave, that's the one that doesn't have has like the absence of probabilities, right? Remind me of what that is so we can kind of discuss it. Okay. Green Steven, thank you for complimenting my tattoos. I appreciate that. Golden Gate analogy is great. Okay, go. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How to get over my self-worth problems. My SP is crazy rich and I am not. His ex is also really rich and they used to travel all the time and I can't afford that. It makes me think he won't want me. Okay. Well, how about you select a version of him that wants to dote on you and wants to be like, to treat you, you know, to everything, wants to take you places, a version of you that doesn't feel guilty about that. And also a version of you that not only doesn't feel guilty, but also has a different story in a relationship with money. How about money comes easy to you? You're always making money. You make the money to go on trips so easily. You just think about it and then poof, it comes to you and it's super easy. Money always comes. Money always flows. Money is amazing. Actually, my video tomorrow is out about money. This is weird. So yeah, tomorrow's video is about money. So we'll get more into that. But I would say change the way you feel about money, change the way you feel about yourself. Stop thinking that you're not good enough, because maybe the person was rich, but they were a total asshole. Or maybe the person was rich and they had no personality. So instead of thinking about the things that you don't have, think about what ways you can show up for your person, because money is not everything. And because your person has money, they probably don't need another person with money. They're not looking for someone with money. They're looking for someone that fulfills other things within them. And that's where you come in. So start thinking about the things that you offer. What do you bring to the table? What are you good for? Because that's all that matters. The other person in your, and whatever, who cares about the ex? So this person loves you. They want to be around you. They want to bring you on trips. They love your energy. They can't get enough of you. They don't care how much money you have, because they want to spend their time with you. And they might want to spend their time with you in Greece. And because they have money, they're going to. There's nothing to feel guilty about. Just allow it, and just choose a version of you that doesn't feel guilty. Choose a version, say, I'm the version of me that's okay with this. I'm the version of me that knows my worth. I'm the version of me that accepts that I am amazing. And this person might be looking for something other than a fucking dollar sign, okay? Because they have dollar signs. They don't need that. Again, they need the emotional filler that you provide. So provide that and stop questioning. That's all I gotta say. Oh my goodness, there are so many questions today. Holy shit. Okay. I'm not gonna read that comment aloud. I don't want to. Now that I have the SP, how do I get him to give me a lot of money? I feel like I just answered this question. Watch tomorrow's video about money. Just say that he is. He always gives you money. He loves giving you money. People love to give you money. Listen, money is energy. It's not, again, there's no guilt. There's no good or bad. It just is. It's just energy. So Let me fix my charger. How's that here? Sorry, guys. So yeah, money's energy. Change the story. Change the way you feel about it. Change the way you allow it. Change the way you talk about it. Change the way you expect it. And just say, hey, people give me money, and it's totally fine because they want to. And it's their money, their choice. They want to. They feel great about it. I feel great about it. I love it. He loves it. He loves it. He loves me. He wants to shower me with the type of energy that he has at his disposal, and that happens to be money. Nothing wrong with it. I haven't seen my SP for weeks, but when I think of my SP being with me, I feel giddy joy. I must be doing something right. Absolutely. Keep going with that feeling. SP is back in my life, but so sexual. Is that right? I even set a boundary / leave me alone. He still persists with being sexual. We are long distance. He might be coming to see me now this weekend, but for sex, do I just keep thinking about what I want and go with it? I would say set your boundaries. Say, he respects me. He respects my boundaries. He understands exactly what I'm comfortable with, and I love it. I love how he respects my level of comfortability, and that's what I love about him, and that's what I love about me. I have my boundaries, and I set them, and I don't let people cross them, and they respect me for it, period. I'm now choosing the version I want of 3 different SPs and creating space for another, and I am allowing the universe to fill in. I feel so confident and chill in myself now. All thanks to you. Oh, great. Thanks, Jay. I love it. Please come back with your success story so we can hear how you did it, or like what came through. Lydia says, hi from Australia. Hello, Lydia. Love watching your videos. Thank you. I'm becoming more and more confident every day thanks to you. I'm fucking awesome. Yes, you are. I love it. I love it. I love to hear people talk about themselves like that because listen, you have to know how amazing you are because you're keeping this whole thing going. Like you're like a perpetual motion machine. That's fucking rad. Like give yourself some credit. You're amazing. You are amazing. You deserve amazing things. And that's it. There's nothing to feel guilty about. Again, there's no worth. You're here to experience, learn, and grow. And you have every right to experience the things that you want. And that's it. And you just need to operate from that standpoint. Okay. Christella says, I have this thing where I've struggled with my weight for so long. I've lost weight and everything, but every time a super hot guy asks me on a date, I straight away think I need to lose weight. Oh, no. Okay. No. You're amazing. You're perfect. You're beautiful. Thinking that you have to lose weight because of another person is giving them power. You're letting them determine anything. You're letting them determine in your life, and they can't. So think of it like this. If somebody likes you and like the fact that you have hot guys coming to you, like you already halfway over the hump, so now you just need to accept it. Like when a hot guy comes up to you, you're like, hell yeah, yes, you should be coming up to me because I'm the hottest person. I'm the only one in the room. They're not with you. They're not with anybody because they're in your reality. You're giving them life. You're allowing them to be a part of your energetic field. So hell yeah. Okay. I want you to be a little more discerning with them instead of thinking that you have to change. I want you to be like, okay, cool. He's hot, but does he tick my boxes? Does he give me what I need? And if he doesn't, we're making sure that he's the version of himself that we want him to be. And again, we're being the version of ourselves that's okay with how we look. Because you know what? Weight isn't everything. I've struggled with weight my entire life too. So I definitely get it. I've been there. Weight's not everything. You can have people like you for the way that you make them feel. And that's it. That's all you need to think about. So if someone hot comes up to you, you're like, yes, absolutely. Damn straight you're coming up to me. I'm perfect. I'm amazing. I'm the boss, applesauce. I'm the only show in town. It's a one pony show. What does it mean when people say God spoke to them? There's someone who gives me unsolicited predictions that I don't want. I love it. Okay. Is this person giving you information that you might need to hear, that you are blocking? Because if somebody is coming to you with manifesting or with information, with advice, that can be the universe giving you messages that you are refusing to hear yourself. You're not accepting them. You're avoiding them. You don't believe them. You don't want to believe them. You don't want to change or whatever. So they're coming about in like the most obnoxious way because they want to make sure that they get your attention. So look at what they're saying to you. If it's something that you need to address, then it's time to address it. And that's why they're bugging you about it. It's like the universe is like, hey, it's time. And if not, then just start rewriting the story. Say, this person always has cool things to say. We talk about, I don't know, shopping every day, and I don't even have to worry. Like, they say one word to me and that's it. We have a very cordial but professional relationship or something like that. Just rewrite the story about how close you are to this person and what kind of things they say to you. Because now that you're giving energy to this, you're just now they're the person that's giving you unsolicited advice, and you're just like allowing that to be in your story. Anne says, it's so hard to get third party out of my head. Any hints? I know to try and push it aside, but it's difficult and I panic. Thanks for your great lessons. Yeah, erase. Okay, I don't like this person. This person's talking about me in third person as if I'm not reading these comments myself. Okay. Hard to get third party out of my head. Any hints? Yeah, use the eraser method. Just like erase them out of your thoughts, and you see them there, like skirt tape and erase. Yeah, get them out of there, and then just affirm like, this person's for me only. This person is for me. If you have to send your third party off with grace, do all of it. Do like whatever helps you get there. Like, visualize them with another person. Visualize them being like, you know what? You're great. It's been great, but so long, because your person loves you. They're not right for that person because they love you. So it's only fair that the other person graduate onto something bigger and better. So send them off with grace. Thank them for showing you your insecurities or the things that you need to work on. And then just keep affirming that your SP is with you. You only has eyes for you. Erase them out of your visualization if you have to. Redirect your thoughts. Push it out of you as much as possible. Don't water that plant. Again, redirect, think about something else, change that story. Okay, I was pretend texting my love and he texted me for real just now. Yes! That scared me at first. I thought, wait, I didn't send yet. Then notice it was a real text. This is great. That's amazing. That is so cool. So you stepped into that reality and you just allowed it to happen, and it happened. Here to Heal says, hello, I just found you and watched a couple videos and saw you were live. My question is, how would you remove a third party and get your SP back? Yeah, just answer that. Erase them out of your visualization. Stop giving them life. Stop talking about them. Don't even entertain them. Visualize your person only having eyes for you, telling you that you're the only person that they want to be around. You're the only person that fulfills them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Use all of the fronts. Approach it on all fronts. Change that story. Erase them out. Thank them for showing you your insecurities. Graduate them onto something better. Let them go with grace. Let them dissolve. Erase. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm over here entertaining other men when I already know I'm with my SP if I want to be. What the fuck am I doing? I mean, it's not like you can't have it all. It's your reality, so choose it. Just don't feel guilty about it, because it's the guilt that's going to manifest problems. It's the worry and the doubt. If you want to just be with a bunch of people, so that's your reality. In my reality, everybody wants to be with me and I want to be with them, and they are totally fine with it. That's it. End of story. Alien Baby says, he keeps showing up in a more rigid version I don't prefer. It's perfectly capable of otherwise. And I feel like I'm probably manifesting it. We're going to cut the probably out and say definitely. With resistance, like, I know you're not going to be like that. What you're really saying is, I know you're like that. That's what that means. So make sure that you're telling the story you want to tell, period. Like the claw machine analogy. You're dropping your claw down. You're picking up your Hello Kitty. Don't start jerking your freaking joystick around when it's in midair. You stay on Hello Kitty until you grab it, pick it up, and drop it in the hole, okay? You're not mean, you're straightforward. Damn straight. Son of a gun. I lost my place and just takes forever to scroll back up. Is it bad to say that my SP is unhappy in his current relationship, miserable, and that he's only happy with me? I would say yes, because you can't give anything to anybody else without giving it to yourself first. So just cut the first half of that off. We don't need him to be unhappy. We just need to know that he's happy with you, period. We don't need to create that misery because you're creating it within yourself. You're giving it to him and you. But most importantly, you're giving it to yourself. How can we leap through reality to re-attract our SP? You want to select the version of them that shows up in the ideal version, like so get clear on what exactly you need to be fulfilled in a relationship. Make that a separate manifestation. This is an idea of what do I need? Again, tick your boxes, A through G through Z. What do I need to feel fulfilled in a relationship? I need honesty, trust, companionship, understanding. We need to text every day. We need to kiss and cuddle. They need to put me first. They need to buy me flowers or whatever. What it feels like to be in that perfect relationship. Then separate, completely separate. Do not connect these two until you're a little more like advanced with things. Change the story that you're telling about your SP. Select the version of them that is the perfect ideal version of them, the version that communicates, the one that's honest, the one that always shows up, the one that loves you and supports you, whatever. You select that version of them. You create this relationship that you want that is completely separate, that just lets us know what we want and what we will stand for, what we won't take, and what we need to feel fulfilled. That's completely separate. This is just because we need to know ourselves. And on top of that, we are combining our own personal self-work. We're working on ourselves. We're fixing the things within us that manifest separation between us and our people. We're fixing the things within us that manifest doubt and insecurities and things that bring about people leaving us or cheating on us or not wanting to be with us or whatever. You do all of those things and then they all can kind of come together. Yeah, so select the version of them that you want and then select the version of you that you need to be in that relationship, because the version of you that's in that perfect relationship isn't questioning, isn't doubting, isn't fearing, isn't insecure. That version is like perfectly fine. Again, content with the status quo, and that's how you need to be. Sometimes I feel really delusional and all this manifesting is BS and we're all crazy. Please just verbalize it's real. It's all the things. It's crazy and real and not real at the same time. It is delusional. You're already living in a fantasy land. This is energy. I shouldn't be able to tap on it. Just the fact that I'm able to tap on energy shows you that this is not what it seems. So you're able to kind of suspend the logic. Okay, if I'm energy, I am 99.9% empty space. How the fuck is that possible? How am I 99.9% empty space? This must be some sort of illusion. It can't be real. I can't be 90% empty space and like not be able to go through I could if I could get there mentally. I'm not really interested in trying it, but just the fact, you need to look into quantum physics. That will really help you understand the relationship, because it's always happening. Manifesting is not BS. You being alive is a manifestation. Your consciousness is creating the body that you're in. It's choosing your health. It's choosing everything around you. It's keeping the walls in place. It's keeping the threads in your shirt. It's keeping your blood pumping through your veins. So deal with it. Deal with it now so you can get a hold of it. Can you say a quick intention for me like that? My SP wants me and only me. There's one right there. You're so powerful and I feel like it's close to him coming home. Thank you. Love your channel, Roxy. Yeah, you just said it right there. He wants you and only you. You light up his world. He can't see himself with anybody else. You are the completion. You are the other half to his circle. You guys complete each other. You have a great relationship. You're always feeling better and better about each other. Every day your relationship grows and gets better and better. Every single day you're both coming into the versions of you that are in the ideal relationship that you are in. Tell the story the way you want it to go. It's really easy. Just say the way you want it to go and then just let that be. They love me. They always love me. They love being around me. I'm the only person they think about. He thinks about me all day long. I'm the first thing he thinks about when he wakes up and the last thing they think about before they go to bed. They're always thinking of ways to make me smile. They can't wait to see me, blah, 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 blah. Trying to manifest my SP for a while now. She's really hot and cold when we hang out. All my friends are telling me negative things about her that creep in. What should I do? Hey, Malachi. Yeah, Malachi's one of my favorite people on the planet. Okay, Jacob. First of all, I have a hot and cold video coming out on Wednesday. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I don't want to go too far in detail because I did just talk about it at length in this new video. But basically, you are offering, most likely, I can't say for sure without actually talking to you, but most likely you're offering differing signals. Like you're manifesting, you're feeling really good about it 1 minute, and then the next minute you're downing it. You're in butt land. You're in like, yeah, we're together, but she's actually not here. Oh, we're together, she loves me, but where the fuck is she? When you go to butt land, you start ruining everything. So no commas, no buts. We want to put periods on it. This person loves me. They love being around me. Period. And your friends, first of all, you're going to have to stop entertaining it. Tune out when they tell you stuff. If they're saying stuff, you need to be like, just like if you watch my video about when you have negative people in your life, check that video out. You want to treat them like a drunk friend where you're just like, okay, crazy person, say whatever you got to say. Like you're mentally checked out. You're just kind of like being there for them, but you're not even entertaining what they're saying. You need to be like that while rewriting the fact that they only have good things to say about your SP. They always tell you good stuff. They love you guys together. They think you're a perfect couple. Or how about they don't even say shit about your SP? You guys never talk about it. And you can change that story. The second you get back with your SP or whatever, the second you get with your SP, you can change the story again. They love my SP. First, we started out with they don't even talk to me about her, which is great, fine, perfect. Now, once we have her and we want the story to change, we want the relationship to change, now they love her. They want you to bring her around all the time or whatever. So you dictate it however it goes. So just tell it the way you want it to go. Oh, man, now my shit is frozen. Oh, here we go. Or are we at the end? No. Oh, holy shit. Okay. You've answered both my questions, telling me to keep doing what I'm doing, and that is working great. I knew that already, but it feels good to hear you confirm it. Thank you. Absolutely. And hey, listen, that's a manifestation for you too. You just needed to hear it to be reaffirmed. Cool. Now you did it. Now keep going. Now you don't need to hear it from me. You know that it's there. It's always there, you guys. Like you guys are connected. You're plugged into the matrix. So therefore you have the powers of it. Or if you want to think of it like you're an extension of God, you're God's fingernail. Now, does that make you all of God? Not necessarily, but it doesn't make you any less a part of it or the infinite source or whatever. And we know from religions, they've all told us that God made us in their image. So therefore, we are imbued with the powers of God, the discerning, the creative force. So use it. Don't squander it. Take it and be proud of it. Oof, God, here we go. Bye. Excited for coaching. Yay, me too. I love coaching, you guys. I love it. I love seeing the change in your energy from the beginning of the call to the end of it. I just love that like smile of like, I got this. I know which way to go now. If anybody's interested in one-on-one coaching, we will work together to figure out your specific limiting beliefs, whatever is in there that's kind of like rattling around and creating distance between you and your SP, creating third parties, things that you don't want. Coaching is great for that because we can get to your exact issues. Nadine said, my SP just messaged me out of nowhere as I'm listening to you and applying all that you're thinking about. See, guys, it's possible. It just takes your shift. You just decide, you know what, fuck it. Why am I telling myself my SP doesn't want to be with me? Why am I allowing them to be with somebody else? Why am I acting like I'm not the best thing on this fucking planet? No. You want to be with me? Great. You don't? Psh, bye. Let me find someone else who does, or let me just change your mind real quick. Oh my God, you guys, this is so bizarre, okay? You guys are all asking the questions of the videos I'm putting out this week. Someone just asked, hi, Roxy, do I have to imagine only the final result or can I also imagine some situations in the middle? That is literally the last video of it. Like you have literally asked every single question of the videos that I'm putting out this week. So I don't want to give anything away because I want you guys to tune into the videos. So that's going to be out, I think, on Friday. Thursday or Friday, Manifesting in the Middle video is going to be out. Sorry to hold out on you. You got to show back up. Okay, I didn't get a message, but my SP just realized she's head over heels in love with me. Yep, she sure is. I hope she wasn't driving. It's illegal to have an epiphany while driving in my state. That's hilarious. Yes, yes, yes. You know, here's another thing I like to tell people. Imagine your SP while you're going on your journey. Imagine your SP is also like understanding manifesting. They're also growing. They're all like, you guys are both going on these amazing personal journeys at the same time. And it's so beautiful because now you're coming together in the most harmonious way. And it's amazing. You're both the best versions of you. And the separation was exactly what you needed. But now you're ready to be together and you just are the most amazing versions of yourself. And it's absolutely beautiful. Okay. To be honest, the only thing I have trouble manifesting has to do with my love life. You're not alone. But other than that, I can manifest. Like I manifested a cat and a drawing table and money came out of nowhere. Yeah, money always comes. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I can't just like diagnose things without talking to you personally, but probably what's going on is you have issues with relationships in general, or, you know, ideas of what you're worth, what's good enough for you, what can come to you. Maybe the relationship you saw as a child, like from your parents or your guardians or whatever, wasn't super healthy or whatever. Usually that's where these things stem from. Again, I can't say for sure without actually talking to you, but that is what coaching is good for. So if you're interested, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching with me. Can I ask the universe for a sign he's coming back? Yeah, you can. But just do it in a way, you need to be making sure that you're not doing it because you need reassurance, because that is not the energy. Asking for a sign, I would say instead of asking for a sign, I would say more so like make a new affirmation or declaration that I always see evidence of my manifestations. It is crazy. Like the second I intend something, the second I declare I want something, something shows up in my world immediately that lets me know, okay, universe has heard it. It's on its way. Tell the story like that. Instead of like asking for signs or needing signs, declare that my manifestations show up in signs all the time. It's really crazy. Again, it's your world. You dictate it. You tell the story exactly how you want it to go. I've heard/read of people just imagining the end, and also others who did both, the end plus everything in the middle, almost like intending the how, and the how is what we're told not to attend. Okay. You're making me get into something that I was saving for the weekend, but or the rest of this week. But here's the thing. All that matters is that you get there mentally. You have to get over the hump. It does not matter the technique. It does not matter how you do it. All that matters is that you accept where you are going and that you're going there and that nothing can stand in the way. So if you like, okay, so for example, this is an example I used in my video. Let's say you want to get a doctorate. If you can also visualize yourself getting your doctorate, but you can also manifest passing every single test in between, if that makes sense. Like if you want to entertain the how, it needs to be in a positive expectancy. It needs to be like, oh my God, I wonder how it could turn out. Maybe it'll be like this. Maybe it'll be like this. God, it'd be so crazy if it was like this. That's the way you entertain the how, instead of like forcing it to be like, okay, now he has to text me like this. And now I need him to text me before Thanksgiving. And I need this, blah, blah, blah. Taking the control out of it and just allowing it to be. But if you have to like break it up into bite-sized bites, that's fine, as long as you know you're still continuing on your goal and you don't just give up because like you're in the middle. Like I don't get the manifesting in the middle thing is kind of funny to me, because it's like, if you still have your end goal of being in a relationship with this person and you go on a date, do you stop thinking that you're going to be on an end relationship? No, right? You still visualize the relationship, right? So you're creating it all. So if I manifest, I want a text from him, cool. You got text, yay. We're such a great couple. Like it doesn't change. It doesn't change as long as you're not trying to coerce, as long as you don't need it. That's the problem. Could you please say some uplifting affirmations? It sounds good to hear both internally and externally. I feel like I've been doing that for 3 hours right now. Yeah, you're amazing. You are in control of your entire world. Everything in the universe is responding to you, period. All you. It's all you. It's always been you. It always will be you. So time to take a little bit of the reins, take responsibility for where you are, understand that you have manifested everything that you've had up until this point, and that is comforting because we know that we can change it in any moment. We select the reality that we want, we lock onto it like a tractor beam, and we do not entertain anything outside of it because the outside of it just doesn't really matter. You are more than a thought. You're more than a feeling. You're more than a combination of feelings, okay? You're more than this body. You are an incredible, powerful, energetic being. So don't get bogged down in the 3D world. We're just here. It's like you're on a ship and you're mad at the ship for like being in the water. It's like, well, you're on a ship. There's gonna be like rough waters, rough seas. So just hanker down and like just be prepared for it. And then just once the rough seas are over, continue on where you're going. There's too much judgment, too much offense being taken, too much hurt being taken by the things that happen to you. And they just don't. Again, it's like, I don't know why I keep this. It's just this image of a basketball bouncing in front of me. It's like, I equate that with something in my reality that doesn't matter to me. It can be the exact opposite of what I intend, or it can be something I've never even thought about or cared about. The same reaction. Okay, cool, whatever. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to even spend a second worrying about it because why? What's the point? You're you're choosing your reality. Keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing. Select the reality, the version of you that you want to be, and just allow it to happen. Okay. I realize I don't really have more questions to ask because I've it figured out now after 2 months of studying and applying law of attraction nonstop. I just know now that it's going to happen now. It feels good. Yes, absolutely. There you go. I'll pray from that standpoint. That shift in my head was everything for me. That changed everything. I've definitely been feeling a lot better about myself since I found you. Thank you. I'm really thankful. Maybe we'll apply for a coaching session soon. We'll overcome my limiting beliefs and be even better. Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for you, girl, whenever you're ready. Let's see. And this is adding on to VV's message comment about having it figured out. Even if it doesn't, it's like I don't even care really. It just feels so good. Exactly. Because you know what? It's all working out for us. There's nothing to not feel good about because, again, if something happens we don't like, so what? Who cares? Just like move on and create something new, period. And it's all amazing. The universe is responding to you at all times. And that's a comforting thing. It's great. It's amazing. I can choose whatever I want and just be that. And I am that. Adriana, thank you for being here. Poland. Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming, especially those who are not in my time zone and people who are staying up late or up early watching this. Thank you so much for being here. Looks like we have slowed down on questions. We'll do last call for questions. And I'll just take this moment to remind you that if you would like one-on-one help to figure out your exact specific limiting beliefs that are standing in your way, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching in the description on YouTube, in the link in the description below. And if you're on my Facebook group, of course, you know how to get a hold of me. Also, join my Facebook group if you're not a part of it. It's called Black Moon Society, and the link is in the description. Okay, last call for questions. Lily says, hi, Roxy. Hello, Lily. I'm curious as to why more people don't live by this way of life. Why are so many people so quick to dismiss the idea of being able to create your reality? What are your thoughts on this? I think the reason why people are quick to dismiss it is because if they accept that they created, then they have to accept that they created all the shitty stuff for themselves. And then not only that, but they have to also learn how to not do that anymore. And I think the real problem is fear of the work. Like, and I've been there, okay? I'm a musician, and I refused to learn how to play guitar till I was like 34 years old. If I had spent 1 year in my 20s learning guitar when it mattered, who knows what would have happened with my music career. But because I was literally afraid of doing the work, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to spend it. And it doesn't even take that long. That's the thing. It's like, it doesn't take that long to learn how to do something. But because I chose not to do it, I put back a lot of things in my life that I could have accomplished. So I think that people are afraid of the work. They think it's going to be hard. They hear that they have to police their thoughts and they're like, oh my God, that's so much. But it's like, it's not like it's strenuous work. It's not like you're out in the yard, like raking leaves. It feels good to do this work. It actually feels good. It's an enjoyable work because it feels good to treat yourself good. It feels good to think productive thoughts. It doesn't feel good to sit and wallow in anger, hurt, depression, or whatever. It does not feel good to do that. So the idea that this work would be hard or strenuous or not like pleasurable is just kind of ridiculous because it in itself is creating pleasure and great things to happen for you. So it just feels good. So just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do it. And then don't be afraid to take responsibility for your actions, because that's fine. It doesn't mean we're bad or anything like that. It just means that from now on, now we get to dictate only good things happen to us. And that is an empowering thing. And then also, not enough know about it. And that's why I'm doing what I do. Jasmine says, hey, Roxy, me and another person had a question regarding this. Oh, I see. This is from the Facebook group. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to, okay. I had a vivid dream last night with an ex. It's not my SP that I am with. Does anyone have any thoughts on, sorry, I can barely read it. My eyes are terrible. On what this, excuse me, my eyes are amazing. I see really well. On what this means. I'm feeling very in line with the universe and my SP. I don't want this dream to affect my progress. Thank you. You don't have, a dream doesn't have to mean shit unless you let it. Like, it does give you a peek into your subconscious. Maybe this person has blocks with the SP still. They're not allowing them to come through, but the ideas of love and relationships are working. Or it's hard to say off this one like paragraph, because I don't know the context of the dream. But attach meaning to it if you want. Decide that, oh, I'm getting really good at figuring out what I want, and just call it a day on that, because it's your judgment that determines it. Again, it's you're hanging the picture on the wall by bringing it up, and then your judgment determines the frame that it's in. Is the frame beautiful or is it crappy? Does the frame work for you or does it work against you? So we had a dream about our non-SP. Okay, either it means absolutely nothing, or hey, maybe it means that we're getting really good at this. You can make it mean whatever you want. There's no, it's again, it's your perception. It's you that's creating it. So you decide, tell yourself that's what it is, and then just adhere to that. Thank you for doing these lives. It's amazing. You answer everyone's questions, and I listen to your music. It's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I have new music coming out. I'm really excited. Malachi is my producer. He's in here somewhere. He's amazing as well. Look at his channel if you come across his name in the chat. Are there any tips for developing a true belief in law of attraction? I'm new to this, and sometimes I find it very hard to believe that it's all real. Okay. Yeah. First of all, it is. Look into quantum physics. Again, the same thing I say. Science has told, we know that we're energy. We know that. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It all exists here now. Anything that ever will be or ever was is all here now in energetic form. We are energy. So the fact that I'm energy, I'm 99.9% empty space. I don't feel empty. I shouldn't be able to tap on this if it's energy. If this is empty space, I shouldn't be able to tap on it. Therefore, that thought alone, that fact alone shows us that something else is going on here that we are not privy to, or that they have not completely explained to us, or that we don't completely get. That idea alone can help you start bridging that gap. Listen, if this is not real, if this is not exactly what I think it is, what the fuck is it? It's something. It's energy. I'm energy. How does energy behave? Look into quantum physics again and learn see how energy behaves, and it will help you bridge that gap. What's my favorite book ever on law of attraction? I'm reading some new ones right now that are kind of like expanding the way I think about things. The book I'm gonna say, I'm only saying because when I read it, which was years and years ago, it opened up things a lot in my mind. It made me understand things more. And that is The Power. It's a book in the Secret series, which The Secret is great, but it's literally like manifesting 101. It's like day one. It's like what's like play school, play school toys. So The Power, which is in that series, for me made me understand like why things manifest and like how it happens, I guess. But I haven't read that book in years. I just remember feeling like, oh wow, this is helping me make sense of it all. But again, it could be really limiting. I haven't read it in years. The books I'm reading now, I'm not completely through, and the other ones have been okay. So That's the only one that kind of sticks out in my mind of me being like, man, I really liked that book. So I would check it out. But if it's limiting, don't allow yourself to be limited just because it's printed somewhere, or just even because I say it. Use your own experimentation. You are dictating all of it. There's no right answer. There's no right or wrong. It's all your perception and your declaration. There's another question about dreams. I too had a dream about an ex last night. I was kissing him. It was so vivid. He was apologetic. I don't want to be with him, but that situation similarly mirrors my current SP situation. Of course they do, because your relationships, well, until you deal with them, they're going to keep playing out in the same fashion. I'm taking it as a sign that he still thinks of me and is sorry, and my SP is too. Yeah, make it mean what you want. I would say that, yeah, just say you're making peace within yourself. To me, that sounds like forgiveness on your end, which is great because that allows you to let go and allows things to come through. You're not holding on to anger or resentment or anything like that, which is just going to continue to manifest. So yeah, I would say that's great. Take it as a sign that you're doing it and things are working out for you. You are lightening the load, so to say, on your own stuff. Can I still join your FB group? Yes, absolutely. Rick, I want to answer your questions, but I just feel like they're not, like, you're a little too vague. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking here. What will make him act on coming forward? He is with another woman. Well, first of all, don't entertain the third party. Stop telling the story that he's with someone else. He needs to be with you and only you. And it's what's going to change for you is you changing the story, you changing your mind, you selecting a version of him that is completely devoted to you and no one else. And also you selecting and becoming a version of you that chooses the healthy version, that chooses the relationship the way it's supposed to go. You're selecting a person that is emotionally unavailable to you or is apart from you or whatever. So something within you is creating a distance or a barrier, and that needs to be dealt with before the relationship comes around. Otherwise, it will manifest again and push your person away. Today I was sitting in this room and told myself, if my reality is the only reality, then this person across from me will look at me in 3 seconds, and they did. It was crazy. I love it. Don't those moments freak you out? You're just like, okay. Whenever I have those moments, to me, like, I just like, what it triggers in my mind is like, oh my God, I need to be super diligent about what I'm doing. Things are manifesting so fast. Let me pay attention to the exact words that I'm saying and the frame that I'm putting everything in, because I don't want to manifest any more crap in my life. Michael says, I believe you have to find your vibration first. Things will play out. You will see the universe. Okay. I don't really know how to do that. Andrea, thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hey guys, you guys are late. I'm just kidding. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay. Crypto Cat says there's sort of different viewpoints about manifesting, like attracting energy out there versus everything coming from inside us, but there being infinite realities makes it easier for me to grasp. Yeah, don't listen. There are a lot of ideas, but think about it. Just take a step back. Think about it. It's energy. Everything is energy. We know that everything is energy. We know that, right? We can all accept that. Okay. From that point on, if everything is energy, then I am energy. I'm energy inside of energy, interacting with energy. Okay. So it's a huge energetic field. How does energy behave? Waves and particles. 3D and potentiality. As soon as you get that relationship, it makes everything so much easier and better to grasp. So when you're talking about attracting energy, it's more so like, I guess you're potentially attracting it because you're putting out a frequency, and that frequency is being met with 3D manifestations and more vibrational manifestations, of course. and everything is coming. It's all the same. Yeah, you're attracting it because you're putting the vibe out, and it's coming back to you, and it can only give you what you're giving out. So if you're giving out lack, doubt, need, fear, insecurity, whatever, that's exactly what you have to get back. And that's going to come in the form of your person not wanting to be around you, your person giving you hot and cold behavior, a third party having your person, you not having any money, whatever. Can we really use law of attraction for anything? Yes, because listen, you're doing it right now. Your entire life is manifestation. You are manifesting the blood pumping through your veins. You're manifesting your body being alive. You're manifesting the walls around you. You're manifesting every single minute detail of your reality, okay? Again, we're energy. This is an energetic field, and it responds to our consciousness. It is built and populated off of our consciousness, and that's what creates our personal, each own realities. Yeah, and then there are infinite ones, because again, we're on a mirror, basically. We're on one side of the mirror where everything that is 3D is in particle form. It's already popped. It's already manifested. It's in, like, the potentiality has collapsed. It is now this version, period. On this side of the mirror exists everything that could possibly be. It's all things and no things. It's everything at once and nothing. It's past, present, future. It's all realities, all possibilities, everything at once. So when you decide you want something from this side, you want this certain reality, ABC reality. In order to get it, you need to lock into that reality on this side. You need to be tractor beam ABC, 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 and do nothing else. Offer no wavering vibrations or ideas until that shows up in your reality. And then from there, enjoy more of it or tweak it, make it better. Okay, what is the fastest way to improve one's self-esteem in your opinion? I need to manifest better, or affirmations best? All of it. You need to take a 360 approach. Affirmations. Listen, thoughts are affirmations. You have over 60,000 thoughts a day. Every single one of those is an affirmation, and 95% of our thoughts are subconscious. So it's important that you're paying attention to how you feel and inserting the affirmations or the productive thoughts, the productive thinking, the description of how you want your life to go. You're inserting that when your conscious mind is checked out, when you're taking a shower, when you're driving, when you're exercising, when you're making coffee, doing things that you could do with your eyes closed. You're purposely inserting the new tape loop of, my life is amazing, I'm wonderful, everything is responding to me, people love being around me, I'm incredible, money comes easy, I'm amazing, I love myself, I'm beautiful, whatever. And then also you want to make sure that you're redirecting your thoughts when you have them in the moment. So every time you start feeling shitty about yourself, no, what am I saying? I'm freaking amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm awesome. I am the #1 show in town. I am the coolest thing since vegan cheese. I am everything. I'm amazing, and I love myself. You need to start changing the story about yourself. You do not insult yourself anymore. Don't put yourself down. If you notice yourself having less than stellar thoughts about yourself, again, stop them in their tracks, redirect them. Every time you look in the mirror, I want you telling yourself 5 to 10 compliments. You need to start looking at the thing. Okay, here's what I want you to do. If you were able to give up and trade out all of your physical characteristics and your personality traits, there would be some that you keep, right? Like, everybody has some that they actually like and they wouldn't want to get rid of. So we start there. I call that a list of keeps. Start with your list of keeps and start complimenting yourself on these. Maybe you're a great listener. Maybe you're an incredible friend. Maybe you're super loyal. Maybe you make really good margaritas. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is. It's something that you feel great about yourself, something you feel prideful about, and you are complimenting yourself every single day. You want to make it a habit to choose good, positive expectancy thoughts about yourself. Make your brain used to, instead of seeing yourself or thinking about yourself and selecting an insult, now your brain's going to be used to selecting a compliment. Wow, I'm fucking good at this. I'm a good manifester. And then, yeah, just like you said, you start writing the story about how great you are at manifesting. Every single day it gets easier and easier for you. You are a freaking manifestational master. You are uncovering yourself and loving yourself more and more every day. It just keeps getting better and better. Damn, I'm good at this. Dang, things. Man, everything I want just pops in my reality. Everything I want just manifests so easily. It's so amazing. I'm so good at this. This is how we talk about ourselves. Yeah. Just change the story. Decide that you are the version of yourself that loves yourself. I am that version. And I mentioned this earlier. I had an instance where I was going back and forth so much and I could not lock onto the reality that I wanted. And so instead of trying to lock on that, which I obviously had reservations about or like resistance to, instead of that, I decided to lock on to just the version of me that was okay with that. And in my mind, there was no resistance there. So instead of me being like, okay, I'm okay with this. I got it. It's fine. It's going to be this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I was doing a lot of that. And then I was like, wait a minute. I'm the version of me that's okay with it. I'm the version of me that accepts this reality and is totally fine with it. I'm the version of me that's already gotten this version or this reality. And then I stopped worrying. It was like immediate. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm that version. And now I was that version. And then I was that version. And I kept being that version. I'm this version. I kept reminding myself, hey, I'm the version that accepts this. I am the version that accepts this. You are the version that loves yourself. You're the version that compliments yourself, and it comes easy to you. Self-love comes so easy to you. You might as well be a self-love guru. Like, you can tell anybody how to love themselves because you're so good at it yourself. Again, tell the story you want. Choose the you that you want to be. Just declare it, and then just be it, and then allow yourself to be it. Okay, now we're really going to get to the end because my coffee's almost out. Is there any chance you will upload this stream to your channel? Yes, it'll be live. As soon as we get off of here, it'll be there for you to, well, once I make a beautiful thumbnail, it'll be, yeah, but it'll be there. It'll be on the channel. I have a whole playlist of lives you can watch. Vegan cheese, yes. We love vegan cheese because it's cheesy and none of our friends have to be harmed. Okay. Roxy, I want to attract that guy that was flirting with me now instead. No, let's try this again. I want you to attract that guy that was flirting with me now instead, LOL, because I'm done with the old guy. I was loving the attention from the other. I was loving the attention the other day, but I forgot what he looks like. Does it matter? No. You don't have to know. You just know what you want to feel. I like being complimented. I like feeling like people can't take their eyes off me. I like being the center of attention. I like being the number one thing in town. There's nothing wrong with that. Just declare it. People always treat me like I'm the hottest thing in the room. What is that? That doesn't take away from anybody else's experience, and it only adds to yours. So don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Hi, Roxy. I'm new to your channel. Thank you. Welcome. I've been following LOA for many years and love it, but I'm very allergic to cats and have tried everything to so my allergies. What the fuck? Tried everything so my allergies go away, and so far nothing. Well, you have to persist in that reality. You have to tell yourself, I am perfectly healthy around cats. Cats make me feel good. I'm like you have to do all of it. Like visualize, you can literally visualize like the allergy being erased out of your body. You can visualize it being like absorbed into the ether and going like out through your pores or sweating out or going out through your extremities. Go out into the ground and ground yourself and tell Mother Earth to take it from your body. Do all kinds of different ideas. You can revise your past and like revise the time you were told you're allergic to cats and completely change that outcome where the doctor said, congrats, you got nothing. You're perfectly healthy. You have to put your mindset into a place where you are healthy, where you've never had the allergy and everything is fine. You and cats get along great. And then you have to just stay there and you have to allow yourself to become that version. And it's definitely possible to heal the body. It's just like, it's your level of believability that matters. That's the only thing that stands in your way from manifesting anything, guys. Anything. Can I manifest this? What about this? What if this person said this? That does not matter. All that matters is that you in your mind accept the new reality and don't waver from it. Don't offer a differing tractor beam, laser beam. Don't when your claw machine's going down and you're selecting I'm not allergic to cats reality, don't jiggle your thing around and so you might end up selecting cats again or allergic to cats, whatever. Yeah. Love your drunk friend analogy. Treat the entire world like your drunk friend if it shows up as something you don't like. Okay. I hate reading sentences that start with my ex blah, 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 because I just know that we're going to start telling a story of our limitation and not stepping into our own power. So my ex dumped me 6 months ago and we stopped contact 3 weeks ago. I've been super anxious. Can I get some encouragement? I want him back before a certain time. Okay, well, you got to cut the time out because that's just going to make it worse for you. You saying it needs to happen by a certain amount of time just proves that you're not okay. And not okay is only going to continue to manifest more not okay. You need to be okay with the status quo now because the version of you that is in the perfect relationship with him or the ideal relationship with him is okay with the status quo. That person's not wondering where they're at. That person's not feeling neglected or rejected or dumped or anxious. That person is totally fine with what's going on and they're focusing on other things. And that's what you need to be doing. You need to be focusing on yourself, giving to yourself what your SP is not, giving to yourself what the world is not, being okay with you and how you are now so that the rest of the world can show up that way. Oh, Jaya, you're brand new. Jaya, is that how you say that? Okay. Brand new, welcome. Thank you. Glad you're here. You have a time constraint for private reasons. I'm telling you, you need to let that go now. Stop telling, like, it's not going to help you. It's not productive to have a time constraint. Now, listen, letting go of your time constraint does not mean that you're saying, okay, it doesn't have to come by this time. I mean, you are, but what you're really doing is letting control of the holding on too tight, because whether it comes tomorrow or it comes in 3 months, does it really fucking matter if it comes, right? So that's the mind frame you need to be in. Not saying that it won't come within your deadline, but the fact that you have one is not helping your cause, okay? So just be like, hey, it's coming. And I'm going to allow it to come the most harmonious way that the universe wants it to be is exactly how it's coming. And I'm totally fine with that because I'm okay with myself now. I'm okay with what's going on now. I'm totally fine and it's cool. Because you're about to move. Well, manifest him moving with you. Like, I mean, don't get bogged down with the 3D, guys. It's your creation. It's your selection. So stop selecting a reality where it's hard for you. I says, thanks for replying. He made me feel secure, whereas it was hard to get past the old story with the other one, the story of rejection. Yeah, that's the thing with manifesting an ex is that it's not that it's not possible. It's just that you have this mountain to climb with them. Like you have a lot of baggage that you have to like drop, like literally just drop it and not pick it back up. And that's where the issue comes back in with people is like they feel their own apology. They want to prove themselves. There's all this stuff that goes into it. And again, it's not that it's not possible. It's just like that shit's draining sometimes to like constantly be like on the lookout for these thoughts. But again, it does feel good to change them. It does feel good to flip your thoughts into ones that are productive because it makes you, feels nice to compliment yourself. It feels nice to love yourself. It feels nice to know that everything is taken care of and there's nothing to worry about. Thank you, Al. You're very kind. Vivi, you can, why don't you email me or message me or DM me and we can chat. Okay, Jaya, are there any books you'd recommend on quantum physics? Sorry if you already answered. No, that's okay. Yes, look into transurfing. It's called Transurfing Reality. It's in the other room. I have it. I'm reading that right now. And transurfing is pretty interesting. I like that one. I'm reading like 2 right now. So I haven't gotten super far with either of them. But I'm also reading, this is called Thought Vibration or the Law of Attraction in the Thought World. Again, I'm not very far in. I'm only like 17 pages in. So that's what I'm reading right now. I would say definitely check out the Transurfing Reality book. That one's really interesting, and I like the ideas that it's presenting so far. And then also just go on YouTube and look up quantum physics videos. Like there's a really cool videos from PBS that it's funny because the guy, the host of the PBS show, he kind of looks like Peter Dinklage, but he's like a full-bodied person. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, he looks like Peter Dinklage. So yeah, look it up on YouTube and check out the Transurfing Reality book. Okay, I think we are good. Everybody is awesome. Thank you for, this is actually a septum, not a philtrum, but thank you, I appreciate it. Do you think that the universe sometimes tests us to make sure we can hold our intended reality in place and ignoring anything that doesn't align with the reality? No, it's not testing you. What that is your uncertainty popping in your reality. That's you selecting probabilities or putting energy towards probabilities that you shouldn't be putting energy towards, or giving attention to things that don't line up with your end goal. So no, it's not a test because there's no judgment. There's no good or bad. There just is. You're in control, not the universe. The universe isn't giving you things based on how worthy you are. It's you deciding whether or not you're worthy for them or not. I'm dating a person and he is acting perfectly with me, and then the things with him are getting serious, but I'm still waiting for my SP. Do I have to quit the relationship with my friend and waiting for my SP? Well, you need to figure out which one you want more. Because, yeah, that's going to get murky. The more serious you get, the harder it's going to get to detach from either one. So just be clear where you're going forward. What about guitar string theory? See, I don't know too much about it. I'm just only familiar. That's like where they're, you only have like certain frequencies you can operate within, right? I'm not a quantum physics professor. I learned about it. I read about it. I connect the dots between manifesting and it helps me understand it. But I can't, I don't, obviously, you choking on something? Me trying to explain it is just trying to make it as clear as possible from my own perspective of it. But again, I'm not a physics professor. I don't, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You're asking me these questions about all these things I can't answer it unless you give me a little more context about what you're actually asking. Okay, doggies have spoken. Are you ready to go potty? Yeah, you ready to go potty? You want to say hi? Come here. Let's say hi. Come here. Nope. Okay, never mind. Okay, all right, guys. Thank you again for coming out for Mindset Monday. I appreciate everybody asking questions. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week, of course, at noon-ish PST. And I've got new videos coming out this week. Tomorrow is manifesting money. Wednesday is, I think Wednesday's hot and cold behavior. Thursday is, I can't remember one of them is manifesting in the middle. And then I can't remember the other one. So you just have to stay tuned. Make sure you check back. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, you can sign up at the link below and we will get to your specific limiting issues and doubts and insecurities that are causing you issues with your manifestations. Thanks, guys, so much. We're all raising our vibrations. You have the power. I believe in you. See you next week.